All right, HVAC people. Hey, when you enter the live screen, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Trying something new. Just put a desktop in my garage. So I'm gonna try this system out because this is my office. I want to do more live screens in 2026. So sometime I may do it in my office at my desktop or come out here. Just the office to me, just more closet phobia. And I like to be out. So I'm gonna try this live screen now. What's up, Devin? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I appreciate it. Like I say, just trying something out new here. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm just setting this garage cam up in my garage. Let me know if you can hear me. Mic check, mic check. Okay, say loud and clear. Let me know if this better. I'm gonna move the microphone a little closer here. Hope I don't knock nothing loose. I'm just setting this up. So right now I'm just testing the lighting. I got my garage door up. Let me know if y'all can hear me. What's up, Spec? What's up, Calvin? Jen, you turn the air on. Okay, turn the air on loud and clear. Got a louder in the house. I'm gonna come in. Oh, damn, if this next month, I know I ain't coming. I ain't know. Seemed like they just had an AHR in Florida. Man, time fly. 2025 flew by so fast. But now I ain't planning on. I haven't planned it at all, man. I only went to one, and that was in Chicago 1 year. I had a good time. That's just something that I had to plan. It don't really be on my radar. But if I get reminders before it comes, they was sending me emails. Can't make money from the house, big dog. Hey, we kind of slow on my end, big dog. You know what I'm saying? But hey, at the end of the day, we still making money. We got clients on maintenance packages, so we ain't got to be in the field 24/7, especially if you're a business owner. Sometimes you gotta sit back and reflect. You know what I'm saying, or how to keep that business going. But now, at this point in my career, in my business venture, I don't have to be out in the field 7 days a week or even 5 days a week. But yeah, so we got residual income coming in, so we ain't just tripping on busting our knuckles 24/7. Mr. Mo say Happy New Year. Man, let's put some of these on the screen. Happy New Year to you, brother. What up, what up? Soundband, AM Falcon, just clean house. Oh yeah, I seen where they just fired their head coach. What's up, Mark? All right, so anyway, man, I'm like I said, I'm just testing this out in my garage, but I want to get into more live streams. Like I say, so I just put a desktop out here, and hopefully I can engage with y'all a little bit more in 2026. Hey, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Cause say clean house ain't a word. Yeah, as far as football though, I see Cleveland, they fired their head coach, so I'm hoping they give Shador full off season. But my Texans, we in the playoffs. What up, what up? Yeah, so how to get an HVAC in 2026. We need to get more of these youngsters, the Gen Z, into HVAC. So we're gonna show them step by step. Anybody leave some comments, let me know in the comment section, how did y'all get the opportunity in HVAC? Because I remember searching YouTube, maybe I've been in HVAC since 2012. So what's that, probably 12, 13 years now? Don't seem like it. But I always, I was one of the ones that was like, man, how can I get an opportunity, or how can I get my foot in the door? Won't nobody give me an opportunity because I don't have any experience. So leave in the comment, because I know somebody out there right now that's just trying to get their foot in the door, but won't nobody give them an opportunity because they don't have any experience, or at least they don't think somebody will give them opportunity. So leave in the comment section, how did y'all get y'all opportunity to get into HVAC? So if you're watching this live screen on replay, and if you're thinking about getting to the HVAC in 2026, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, you are right on time. But you're also running out of time. The trades are changing. The old school guys are retiring. The admin crowd is coming. AI is coming. Smart systems are coming. And the people who get in now are going to be the ones that making the six-figure income later. And it's not all about money, but the more experience you have, the more opportunity you have to make as much money you really want to in this industry. I always say HVAC is a big umbrella. You can get anywhere from be a CRM, just far as a dispatcher. You can get into the supply stores, stocking HVAC parts. You can be a service technician. You can be an installer. You can get into building automation, engineering, designing HVAC equipment. You can move up to supervisor, project managers, service managers. The list goes on. Like I say, if you just want to change filters, they have positions for that. You want to deliver filters, it's a position for that. Some companies just hire people just to deliver their filters. I think we got a local company called Dustless Air Filter. That's all they do is sell filters, and they deliver them to the job site. Because a lot of time when you be doing these commercial HVAC jobs, and you got a bunch of rooftop units or a split system, big air handler system, chillers that need filters. You want a really big box truck to deliver all the filters, a bunch of different sizes all at one time, instead of having your technician going to the supply house trying to fill up a van with filters. So that's a whole nother avenue. So you really got to think outside the box. But yeah, y'all let me know, how did y'all get into HVAC? Who gave you the opportunity? Because he would definitely start by getting your EPA license. Definitely got to get those EPA license. Hey, I'm doing great. Trying to apply for entry-level HVAC or apprentice. It's a great career. You got to get your foot in the door, and that's what this video pretty much going to be about. Really just giving you ideas of how to get into HVAC. So like I say, if you're watching this, and if you're brand new and thinking about getting into HVAC, or if you're already in the trade, let me know how long you've been in the trade and how did you get into the trade. So let's start with what HVAC really is, because TikTok and YouTube don't always tell the truth. You got heating, that's what the H stands for. Heating, just heating. You got furnaces, you got heat pumps, and it depends on really what region you in, what style furnaces and heat pump or electric you're using. Ventilation, that's airflow, duct work, indoor air quality. You got air conditioning, that's refrigeration. You got compressors, coils. So let me know how y'all let me see, looking at some of the guys I see working in the field, there should be people looking any young person with a brain who isn't afraid to work. I think you got a point, but yeah, it take more than just a brain. Well, hey, you definitely need a brain and ain't scared to work. Because HVAC just ain't cut out for everybody. But depending on what region you in, though, the sad part about it is it's people in this industry that it's not cut out for, but people need workers, and a lot of managers and stuff be kind of lenient on them, or they'll go from job to job. Because I learned a lot on the job. I do maintenance, I do plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. All right. That's one thing about HVAC too, though. If you know HVAC, you're gonna be you should be at least decent with electrical and plumbing. I don't really understand that. Just got EPA 608 universal. So just some tips though, just far as just off the top of my head, specify, because we always say you need to probably get you an apprenticeship. I hope that freezer not too loud over there. You know, get in one of these schools, but it's a lot of scam schools out there, and the reason I say that because some of these schools be charging anywhere from $15,000, $20,000, $50,000, and they promise to get the graduate an EPA card and whatever. Here in Texas, you got to have a TDLR license, and that's just a refrigeration license. I hope that thing ain't too loud. It's just a refrigeration license, and the technician really don't know too much. There's no technician, whatever school you go to and graduate, you're just gonna be ready to roll and experience. But they sell the classes on getting you an EPA license and getting whatever license you need required in your state. And I think those, let's say the TDLR refrigeration license in Texas for a technician is maybe like no more than $50. And I think the EPA 608 universal, that ain't no more than about $200 for that right there. And but you paying $20,000 and $30,000 of tuition sometimes. And to me, that's just a scam. I probably can make YouTube videos. I know like AC Service Tech, that's his channel. You probably can watch AC Service Tech channel and learn. If you watch that, put in hours of his class and his tech books, you probably be better off than some of these trade schools are teaching these graduates out there. So you got to be very careful. I do really want to put that out there because I ride by yard signs, what we call abandoned signs, every day saying sign up for these HVAC or electrical or plumbing classes. And all they're getting you is the EPA. And I probably can make videos on getting you to pass that EPA universal. That's the easiest test you're going to ever take. And like I say, people charging $30,000, and that's all you got to show for yourself is an EPA card. And really, that's not right. And channels like myself, HVAC channels like myself, need to make people aware of that. you don't even need to go to school to get an EPA University. You can just go up to one of your supply houses. I know Century Supply, I think Johnstone Supply give those tests out. So that's be very aware of that. So if you're looking at that, or if you listen to this video afterwards or right now, be very careful on the scams that these schools are doing to you. They will get your money. And then once they get your money, you got your EPA license, and you go into these companies, filling out application, a service manager, a supervisor, or a small business owner, man, we don't, just because you got your EPA license, I don't think they really tell us if we send you to the supply house and you able to purchase it. It don't mean it's nothing technical about that car. You can train someone who wants to work. You can't fix lazy. Hey, that's true there. Unfortunately, it's just as much about sales skills as trade skills now. That's true, and that's really not a bad thing right there. I already know. If I'm gonna read all these comments, I'm gonna get all out topic. But you have to have some type of communication skill. You have to have some type of sales skills if you want to be a good technician. Because if you're working on something in the field, it can be something as simple as you diagnose a bad compressor. You have to add value. You have to be able to explain to the homeowner, because the homeowner sometimes don't know the difference from a compressor and a capacitor. And if you go tell them, hey, it's going to cost $4,000 to replace this compressor, they're gonna be like, what? So you gotta explain to them, the benefits of whether replacing the unit or putting a new compressor up in there. You gotta be able to explain to them, hey, this compressor, it used the old refrigerant, it's R22, you had a burnout. That means we gotta get in there and clean the system out. We gotta add some additives like acid away to flush out the system, and then we got to put a new compressor up in there. It's going to come with whatever warranty it comes with. Got to be able to guarantee a warranty, and it's not necessarily upselling, but you might want to put a new capacitor in here because capacitor and the contactor. The contactor may have pitted out or something and caused the compressor to only have one leg going to it. So you got to be able to. I wish that I could just go diagnose a unit and then just go and repair it without speaking to the homeowner, and they have a blank check waiting on me. I go replace the diagnose, go replace the compressor. They got the check sitting on the counter, and I just go fill it in. Unfortunately, it don't work like that. So you have to be able to sell. Let's see. Is working for a union better than working for someone who runs a HVAC company? I think all situations is different. You know what I'm saying? Just say if you work at a union is big, you have a bunch of different facilities, you have a bunch of different companies that run with a union. So you can always get with a bad one, or you can always get with a great one. You can get with a union, that put you in classes, or you can work with a small mom and pops that put you in classes. But you also can, so it really depends on what situation that you're in. So you can't really say one is better than the other, because you can work with a small company. They put you in a bunch of night classes. They put you in a bunch of, they spend a bunch of time with you, or they put you in front of a lot of different equipment. Or you might get with a small company that's really not putting you in front of a bunch of different equipment or something like that. So both of them can stunt your growth, or some can be beneficial. I need a moderator up in here, man. Ain't no need. This is how you get to know me right here, buddy. Live stream. Let me see. I went to school for EPA. Hey, I went to school for EPA, certified, paid $150, Google study material for EPA study, and take the test. And I'm not speaking to anybody specifically. Let me see. I went to college and received a diploma. I, I pivoted to become a journeyman electrician, then became an instrument and analyzer tech. I use the fundamental HVAC to help me every day. That's good. That's pretty cool there though. Instrument and analyzer tech. Just work. All right, let me try to catch up on some of these. You should make a you should make a video on why not go to HVAC school. So um I don't really like make videos just because, man, I don't really try to feed the algorithm. And what I'm getting at is I like to make videos kind of like what I believe in as far as, and I believe in going to HVAC school and continuing education. I got tons of education. If I can just pull up my files on how much night classes that I took. I went to community college. I took a lot of online training. I had a company that flew me out to Kentucky to work on big train equipment, which was what we call Borger units. So I think I went a couple of different states that I spent weeks at a time studying. So I actually believe in going to school. What I'm saying is just those little scam schools, man. The ones that and I'm not saying all of them like this, but the little yard signs that you see at the four-way stops, you gotta be careful at them schools right there. The one that say they gonna get you your EPA license and your technical card or whatever. Those ones you gotta be careful. Because I actually sat in some of those classes and listened. Listening to some of the professors, and they ain't really teaching these guys anything. You know what I'm saying? So those ones you got to be careful for. But I will tell you, whatever school you go to, though, you got to want it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to want it for you. But I guess if I read that, why not go to HVAC school? I could make a video on why not to go. You know what I'm saying? And my number one topic, if I was gonna make a video, why not go to HVAC school? It'd be most people try to get to HVAC for money. HVAC is a great way to make good money if you're good at it. But a lot of time we run into, I don't know if it's YouTube or the Gen Z culture. Everybody want to be entrepreneurs. Everybody want to make millions of dollars or hundred thousands of dollars. And me and another contractor partner of mine, we were like, man, a lot of these guys, as soon as they graduate, they want to know how much money they're gonna be able to make, off of replacing a capacitor or something like that, because a lot of these instructors are telling them, hey, you can make $400, off this capacitor right here. When I first got into HVAC, man, I just wanted to learn the trade. I wanted to get paid hourly. And I started out from $8 an hour. And I know a lot of y'all would not work for $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I worked for a commercial company that paid me $8 an hour. So y'all got to get the money behind you. The money eventually going to come. I don't care what you good at. I was about to say, I don't care what you're good at, but some industries, it's a cap. You can't make that much money. But in HVAC, the sky's the limit. You can make millions of dollars. And I always say, whatever industry you in, you can make millions of dollars. Even if you start off at McDonald's, you can become a franchisee or whatever and make millions of dollars. So I don't care if you flipping burgers and dropping fries in the restaurant industry, the hospitality industry, you can make money. But HVAC, any skilled trade, man, you can make good money. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, I think you need hands-on experience to go hand in hand. You gotta have school, hands-on experience, and school. It's the bottom line. You gotta know the theory, all of it to make sense. Because even when you're sitting in the classroom for 6 months to a year, the light bulb is not going to switch until you really get out in the field, start getting hands-on, and then it's okay. Now that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know basic electricity and stuff like that. And it's really hard to know really what electricity doing just by getting a hands-on experience. You know what I'm saying? When you get in those textbooks, I remember seeing diagrams in the textbook. They're gonna start with the atoms and everything is. You know what I'm saying? Neutrons, all that. All the way down to the physics part of it. You need to know that. And going back to you need a GED. You know what I'm saying? You need to know how to, that's the basic right there. A lot of people don't talk about. Because I don't know if people watching this, you had a troubled background, you've been to prison, whatever the case may be, and you wasn't able to get that education, you got to start from there. Get your GED first. You got to know how to add and subtract. You got to know how to write, and you got to know how to communicate with people. Because you go out in the field, let's say if you're working for me or you work for another company, and you going out in the field and you can't explain or you don't know how to write a paragraph or something like that, exactly what you did, because a lot of companies want you to start. And some people write their service report like this. Yeah, I got out the van. I personally don't do this, but you need to know how to write step by step of what you did. Before you got out the van, you got out your van or your truck, you signed in with the customer. You looked at the equipment. You come into the equipment, it's not operating. You didn't have any power. You need to explain step by step what you did. Unit didn't have any voltage to it. You seen burnt wiring. You seen pitted contactors. You need to know how to explain that. So first and foremost, you got to get your GED, or you got to get an equivalent. You need a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, some college. I don't want to get too deep into my background, but I have had some college. I got a bunch of credits in college, and that helped me a lot. Because when I was coming up, I was like, man, I don't need no school or anything like that, especially if you're getting into the trades. But school and education do kind of, because I like math more in school. I didn't like reading. I didn't like English or anything like that. Especially when I was in like grade school and high school or whatever. I ain't like reading about no Shakespeare or nothing like that. But once I got in college though, and somebody actually explained to me how to write an essay, it really started getting kind of fun to me. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you get to be an adult, grown, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to school for anybody else. At that point, you're going to school to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? So even when you're in the HVAC class or whatever, you need to be trying to improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get as much out of as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because mama not sending you to school no more. Grandma not sending you to school no more. Daddy not sending you to school no more. You doing this for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say that if you look around, if you in any of these classes, especially HVAC technical class, you look around. Let's say if you got 20 people in that class, you look around 5 years from now, I don't know, one or two of y'all still going to be doing it. And it's the people that want it the most, because if you look around, a lot of these people going to school for somebody else, whether it be they trying to get that what they call the FICA check, you know what I'm saying, or they trying to please their spouse, You know what I'm saying? A spouse say, hey, you got to quit playing these video games. You got to do something. You got to help bring some income in. You don't know what nobody else's situation is. So you got to do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be at the front of the class. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes early. You got to want it. Ain't nobody going to want it for you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what's your opinion on energy management area? I graduated where they have the 2-year and 4-year energy management program. I don't know too much about it, but I have worked with a company. When I worked for Waste Service, they had, I think they called it the Green Team. And I had a good friend of mine that I worked with. His name was Tim Rowe. He graduated from Baylor. He was in the energy management. I know they got paid well, but they would go and I had to assist them sometime with that. But they would go to different schools. They would go to different churches, and they would ask them for their light bill and stuff, or their energy bill. And then we would go, well, not me personally, but I was actually one that doing a lot of the work. But they would look at the lighting, they would look at the HVAC equipment, and we would try to save them, you know, because, man, some of these schools and these buildings spend a lot of money on energy. So that definitely be a good career choice right there. But it's mainly, I think, just as far as commercial and industrial, that wouldn't be a residential area. Now, I started off in commercial, so I know a little something about commercial. I kind of self-taught myself residential when I started my own HVAC company. But now that's a great energy manager. That's a great field to be in. Probably especially these days, coming up with solar and stuff like that. And that's another thing on that topic right there, energy management. I had a video when I'm talking about go ahead and get in the HVAC industry now, just for HVAC, because of AI taking a lot of the white collar jobs, and a lot of people for to start coming to HVAC. That's very true. And that's another thing. If you're an electrician and you do HVAC, we're going to be in demand more, because AI, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and all that kind of stuff there take a lot of energy. And they need electricians to power all that stuff up, but you still need HVAC to cool that equipment down, because the buildings that they building now, man, got so many computers in there. So you need HVAC and you need energy management. So we're gonna always be in demand. All right, let me see here. You are correct. AC Service Tech Channel. He has hundreds of videos. He is an HVAC college instructor and thorough teacher. He can get a great education from his videos, your videos too. Appreciate that. Yeah, he been doing it for a while, and he explained things very good. Batman, you just need to find somebody to teach you. That's what I did. Yeah, that's true. If you can find somebody that's willing to teach you, you know. Because like I say, even if you graduate from school, though, I mean, you don't. I'm telling you, you think you know, but us as experienced technicians, we know people that graduate. They don't know nothing, so it's pretty much the same thing. I think it's just on an individual person, though. If you can find that somebody that want it, I think you got you a great technician. HVAC, we do a little of everything, which is great. Yeah, I agree. Kind of like jack of all trades. Being an HVAC tech can lead you to a facilities management, CEM, certified energy management. All right. good half schools in Houston, Texas. There's a bunch, like I say, it's a bunch of schools around here. Like I say, that's like a money pit. Because I know for a fact, if I wanted to, I can open me a little school up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And charge $5,000 a head. You know what I'm saying? You put about 20 people up in there, you're gonna make a killing. But man, you just gotta really network and maybe try to find somebody that graduated from a good school, you know, and give you an honest review. Like I say, but just because you go to school though, that don't guarantee you to get a job. And a lot of these schools be guaranteeing they're gonna get you a job when you graduate, and that's not true. That's not what I have seen. Because say anything you do must master it. Start off carpet clean and started doing floods. So I learned a lot about houses that way. Yeah. Because say he got me beat. I started off at $7.25 an hour at 16. At 16. My question, what year was that though? Because like I say, I started HVAC at $8 an hour, and this was in 2012. You know what I'm saying? This was in 2012 though. And I didn't have a job that I was making more than $8 an hour. I had another job that they were running duct work. They was going to show me how to install duct work, and they was going to pay me $16 an hour. And this was for a residential company. But the wise man that I am, I'm like, I'd rather trade experience than pay. So waste service, they knew I ain't had no experience. And keep in mind, I had my EPA license and everything. I graduated from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and they had a what we call Project Rebuild back in the day when Hurricane Katrina came and kind of wiped out the Gulf Coast. I know y'all only hear about it hit New Orleans, but it hit Mississippi Gulf Coast pretty bad, and it kind of just wiped out the whole Gulf Coast. So we was in need, or they was in need of skilled trades. So they had a program what they call Project Rebuild, and they kind of just teach you the trades in about, I think I graduated maybe, it wasn't no more than 2 months. No more than about a 16-week course, but they, we was kind of like had credits for HVAC, you know what I'm saying? They added on to that. I was taking night class to get my EPA license, universal, did all that. And I'm thinking I'm ready to go. It took me probably 4 years to actually get an opportunity in HVAC. And I was putting out all type of applications from 1 hour AC to, like I say, I was in the spot of a lot of people that be asking me, of course, hey, how you get your foot in the door when you don't have any experience? I used to be that same guy, like, man, somebody got to give me an opportunity. And I had really 2 opportunities that same month. Like I say, one company wanted to give me $16 an hour, and Waste Service offered me $8 an hour, but they was in commercial. I'm like, man, I ain't think about commercial. So I was blessed to start in commercial. Like I say, hey, $8 an hour, most people in 2012 wouldn't have took that. They would have took the $16. But I was like, and I probably still would have been running ductwork right now, because Waste Service got me way around it, because anything in that building, they kind of trained me, and I was taking. And so even when I was doing the interview process, the service manager that hired me, he was like, yeah, we're gonna put you in classes. You know, you don't have any experience, so we're gonna start you at $8, but we'll put you in class and kind of train you on up, and you will get raises as you go. But Yeah, so I would say, man, I'd rather have the experience because, like I say, anything in that building we was expected to work on. Refrigeration. I worked on chillers, split system, president units, IntelliPack units, Aeon units, you name it. I I worked on it with waste service. I'm talking about from. I got a ice machine right here, and we know how to break all the ice. I know how to break that whole ice machine down right there if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? To clean it up or whatever. So if I would have took that $16 an hour, y'all probably wouldn't be. I probably wouldn't be. Well, nah, I wouldn't be interacting with you right now on this level right here. You know what I'm saying? So every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? I'll make another video on that. As far as being fair to the customer, I think it should be fair to everybody if possible. For EPA card and HVAC certification, work for maintenance and good. All right, congratulations, brother. No, I haven't explored none of this yet. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated solar power run the AC system during the day. Nah, I haven't looked into anything like that. When I did go to that what do you call the thing in Chicago that they about to have in Vegas, they had these mini split solar powered AC systems. The Gene, you guys are youngsters. When I started in the trade, minimum started at $2 an hour. I know the joke is coming. I live next door to Fred Flintstone and Barney Revel. Yeah, man, you throwback. $2 an hour. But I ain't too far in front of you or behind you. I remember the 515 days. But even and that was minimum wage as far as like a McDonald's or something like that. You was, McDonald's was paying, restaurant was paying like 515. You know what I'm saying? But you expect being a skilled trade though. Even way back in the 90s, I would think you were gonna get paid like $15 an hour. So to say that I started in 2012 at $8 an hour and I still got the paychecks, I can show you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because even though at $8 an hour in 2025, man, that how much is $8 an hour? So I got a new keyboard. I don't know how to pull up the calculator, but hey, it ain't much. But that's one thing I can say though. When I was getting $8 an hour, I had unlimited overtime though. Because if they paid me $8 an hour and it's $1 million company, they were like, man, you work much as you want to work. But the things about it though, I didn't have that much experience, so it ain't like I can just stay on call. That first year, so I wasn't running no calls, but I would work around the warehouse. I would get to know the equipment. They used to have a bunch of recovery tanks that needed. What we do with our recovery tanks, if it had different kind of refrigerant in it or any refrigerant in it, I would consolidate those recovery tanks, and I would spend the whole weekend on Saturday and stuff like that, consolidating recovery tanks. Because recovery tank, you can put about 50 pounds of refrigerant inside a recovery tank, and I would probably have 15 of them lined up. You know what I'm saying? Put almost 50 pounds of refrigerant in there. A recovery tank weigh 30 pounds empty. So them things be 80 pounds, man. And then the ones that I'm emptying now, I put a vacuum on those. But little stuff like that, I can remember, that's how you get experience. Now I know how to recover refrigerant. I know how to purge the refrigerant before going into a recovery tank. So little stuff like that benefited me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Thinking back. Let me catch up on. I see my boy Matt Craft up in here. Shout out to Matt Craft. That's a veteran right there, man. Y'all ever have an opportunity, go to his TikTok, man, his YouTube, Matt Crowd, go subscribe, show him love over there. Y'all always trying to give back. I applied for my HVAC contractor license, and it's been 6 months. Haven't heard back yet. I'm hoping to get approved to start my new journey. What state are you in, Richie? Because I know when I applied for mine back in the day, it did take a little minute, but I would call up there like, hey. And I was going through TDLR, so it depends on what state you're in. Sometimes they do have a backlog. Like actually, here go my old pair of my license right here. And the reason I'm gonna show you this right here, as you can see that number right there. You probably can't tell, but it's 873. That, and this one I got my contractor license back in I want to say 2017, 2018. And so that's 873, the first 3 digits. So that mean I think that's probably like 800,000 contractors. I think that's what that means. Let me see, 87391. So if it's 87391, that's 87,000 contractors, HVAC contracting. So they probably well over 100,000 right now. So the competition is real out here, folks. So a lot of people think that I hope we don't be making it look easy sometimes, because you do got to get that phone to ring. You do got to be busy. You know what I'm saying? But you do want to make it to a point. When I first started this live stream, somebody said, hey, you can't make no money at home, big dog. It get, especially when you starting out, see, if you had a technician mind state, you probably think like that. But you got to come out that technician mind state when you're going to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Because a technician, when you work for a company, you're going to think, you know, you got that 40-hour mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get 40 hours. I got to get 50 hours. I got to get 60 hours. When you're a business owner, you got to kind of shift that. You know, we're not really expecting, you don't want to have to work no 40 hours a week. You want to grow your company into a way to where, you know what I'm saying? Just say I might have a job. I don't want to get into the money. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, you want to get it to where you have enough funds to where you can go 3-4 months without doing a job. Because since I've been doing this, sometimes you would think that, be like, man, like this week right here, I honestly don't have anything on the schedule this week. And since I've been doing this, there's never been a week that I'm not getting any jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I might go this whole week without getting a call. What the temperature is right now? It's beautiful. 68 degrees here, sunny. I think probably get 70 degrees a day. Sometimes, because I never stress, but sometimes I can see how some people maybe it'd be stressful or something like that. But you might go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, phone don't ring, and pop up Friday, somebody calling you, hey, I want a system replacement. And they not calling, hey, come troubleshoot my unit. Some people call, hey, we got a 20-ton rooftop unit. We had a quote over here. The guy said we need to replace it. We want to get a quote from you. You go out there, bam, you done made a profit of about $15,000. And the week started off slow. Little stuff like that. Or even at the end of the day, I'm seeing Matt Crowd, that flat rate. Yeah, flat. Let me see what y'all talking about though. Yeah, flat rate it is the way to go. That's pretty much what we run our company by. I sold burgers. I say he sold burgers for $1.86 when burgers were 49 cents. Ooh wee. I don't think you that old, Matt Crowd. Just started a maintenance job. I'm repairing these units with only what I've learned in school. I just basically skip apprentice. I don't like that, but I took a pay cut for the experience. Mm. I think I understand what you're saying. So you just started a maintenance job. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. If I had just got out of school though, talk about repairing some units, I'd be nervous. That's what my experience. And you probably went to a good school. You probably need to shout out to school. If they can get you, if a school can prepare you enough to start repairing units fresh out of school, that's a good school. And I'm sure it's some out there. I said we had almost unlimited overtime. Everything that wasn't regular business hours was double time. We had 6 weeks with 6 hours double time and 20 hours straight time. Yeah, so even when I started in 2012, like I say, $8 an hour, probably my first 3 or 4 years doing HVAC, I had a minimum every week, minimum 50 hours. You know what I'm saying? I worked 50, 60, 70 hours every week for about 3, 4 years in a row. Every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some HVAC related. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't turning down none but my collar. No state HVAC license required. Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, New York. Oh, you don't need no license in New York? Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, and Wyoming. Yeah, so hey, I don't know if that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? That could be I thought Louisiana was on there. I guess you do need it in Louisiana. Um, so that's like a free for all for everybody then. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's good or bad as far as if they're gonna drive down pricing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather have a state that you need a license. Because I just read out, like I say, probably a minimum of 100,000 license. We ain't talking about unlicensed HVAC contractors. We got at least 100,000 licensed contractors. And I'm sure some of these people probably had died off and stuff like that and retired, or not even using their license. But yeah, I think I'd rather be in a state that you need license, you know what I'm saying? So that'll kind of pull back on the competition a little bit. Cause he was just trolling. I'm still getting used to trolls, man. I'm from the old school. But I don't even know exactly what it don't bother. Trolls don't bother me at all. Like I said, it just especially on the internet. Yeah, man, on the internet, man, you can't be going back and forth with these folks on the internet, man. Some people, because I already told y'all, YouTube love negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have no videos with like hundreds of thousands of views. You know what I'm saying? My views be on a minimum because I refuse to get on here just. I think my best videos, it has something to do with conflict. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty of opportunity to get on here, really just go ham on other YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, that's in our industry. I take a step back, that ain't me, you know what I'm saying? So, but you got some people that troll, get on here just to leave crazy comments. You know what I'm saying? Some people watch videos just to read the comments. As I say, my wife, for instance, you know what I'm saying? She'll get on, she'll watch a video. She just want to go to the comments. Let me see. Let me see what they talking about on the comments. So some people go on YouTube just to look at what other people comment about a video. Don't even really be watching the video themselves. Just They just go there for the trolls. So trolls, bots, and stuff like that. You know, I grew up in the 90s and stuff like that. We ain't had that. So this is something new to our old school guy. Attitude is everything. If you're willing to learn, I know I'm probably behind. Let me see. If you're willing to learn and know that if you can master the craft, the sky's the limit. Yep, I agree with that. I like your logo, your uncle plumbing. So do you have a YouTube channel, your Uncle Plumber? Do you make videos? If so, we'll check you out. Learn the trade and get paid. Yeah, man, the trade's where it's at, man. Kirk G. Cause say in the carpet cleaning business, it's slow right now, but November, December, you put your money up, you have enough to last you back up March. Yeah, I would say that's kind of like the same thing in HVAC. You know, we have our slower months in the summertime. Quite naturally, when it get warmer, we make more money. It's not, to me, it's not that we don't get any calls, because when we have a freeze or it get cold, people stuff break down. But to me, I'm more of a repair style company. I do replacements, but I like to fix on things. I don't mind. Sometimes I'll be burning myself. Sometimes I know, not now, I'm getting more experience. I know when enough is enough. I get to a unit and be like, nah, you got to replace it. Even if they give me rebuttal or something like that, as far as, nah, can you fix it or whatever. Sometimes I will step away from things like, nah, I'd rather not make no money. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start fixing things, you own it. When you try to explain to them, it's not the best. It's not the best option to. Matter of fact, I had a video the other day that had that old ream unit. We ended up replacing that unit. My guys replaced it Friday, I think. And that ream unit that was real loud, we put a new unit in there. But that guy was trying to. It was a 30-year-old unit. I think it was 1995 or something like that. He was trying to get me to put a new compressor up in there. Like, nah, man, you got to replace this one right here. So, but what I was saying, so you can make good money on repairs in the summertime, but my thing is, in the winter, it's kind of harder to make money because a lot of the components, you know, are not that expensive. Like a flame sensor or something like that, you can only make so much. You know what I'm saying? Or you clean a flame sensor. Because these furnaces here, man, it ain't like you gotta, you know, pull the, you know, pull all the things out and clean them like you used to, as far as the burners and stuff like that. Put my glasses, folks. Put them metals on, man. I can see what y'all talking about. Cause he love trolls, help the algorithm. Y'all go check out Matt Craft TikTok and YouTube channel. Matt Craft, what you got going on over there? Oh yeah, matter of fact, I watched one of your videos. I think I left a comment on it about that little AI camera you had. Is that thing worth it? I seen it $200. Like, oh man, 200. Man, look at my boy Mike Craft, man. Hey, he always showing love, man. He said all money isn't good money, but must know when to walk away. As a small business owner, there is more money in repair than installing. Yeah, I say that too, man. Sometimes I'd rather, especially in commercial though. In commercial, I definitely rather repair a unit. And a lot of business owner and commercial ready for you to repair than, you know, putting a whole rooftop unit on there. Or sometime, I think we did like a couple years ago, we did a 15-ton split system, and it was in the bathroom. Man, we had to work all night, shut the unit down. I mean, shut the business down early and everything, man. That was a lot of work. So sometimes it's definitely better to repair than replace. I appreciate that, man. I can use that $50, man, to buy that camera. But I ain't really no vlogger though, because I heard when you say it's probably not good for sports or a bunch of moving or anything like that. Camera is cool. I got it for free, but it's like using my glasses. Okay. I seen with the AI technology. So it's another little thing. It's AI that I was thinking about getting, man. But I think they want like $400 for that thing. But anyway, it's a little thing that you put around your neck, and it just record conversations all day long. Whatever you talking about, it just recording that conversation. You having a conversation with anybody, it's recording it, and you can just ask AI, hey, what was very important throughout my day or something like that, that I well, just summarize your day. Or you can ask about key points and stuff like that. What was a key point or a key topic that I need to work on or whatever? So I was thinking about getting one of those, but I don't want to pay no $400 for it. I don't know if it's worth that. But I'm into all the technology, man. I love it. Okay, so that's what the camera does. Okay, it kind of summarize what you got going on. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Matt Crowd, appreciate that $50 super chat though, man. Cause say, what about the hotel unit? Do you work on them? No, I don't work on a lot of those. What they call them, P-TAC units or something like that. I mean, I have worked on a couple of them. That's not my expertise though. Cause say it's a little slow right now, but I just secured a government contract. Man, that's good right there, man. Man, every year, so I work on trying to get me a government contract, but man, it's just so much that they seem like they be wanting, man. I haven't landed one yet. You know what I'm saying? Cause I already got my, my SAM, I got my cage number and all that, man. But I guess let's say around the shoulder season, when it do start slowing up, that's when I start trying to apply for some of those government contracts. And then when it speed up and I get busy, I forget all about it. And then when it starts slowing up around this time again, I'll do it again. And I'm sure that's what everybody's doing. So that's probably where the competition is. A lot of these larger companies, they hire people probably just to work on government contracting. Because they working on ERV and cooling towers. Yeah, I got some experience on ERVs and cooling towers too. Yeah. Like I say, but me, like I say, me just being a small company, man, I kind of pick and choose. I like to be honest with you, y'all want to know a little something about me? I like to take the path of least resistance. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been going, I don't go for those large jobs. I don't want like a big hospital job or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I love getting that little fast residential money, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Sure, because I can put a compressor. It's been days that I'm talking about by myself. I done installed a vibrator coil or something by myself. Usually be if I can get the same model that model number, especially if I can slide that bad boy in and out. I ain't got to take the whole plenum off or put a new plenum on. I slide the vibrator coil in there, pull my little vacuum on to the next and go to the next job, go change the compressor out. I don't like to too much get into money or anything like that, but some of these YouTubers, and they be making, I'm talking about, I see some of these videos, man, they be getting like 4-5 million views, and they were like, I'm sure I make $800 in one day. And they be getting like 8 million views. And I'm like, man, I done made $800 in 20 minutes. What is y'all talking about? But like I said, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. One of my videos gonna pop off one day. We're gonna get it right, man. Y'all, we're gonna do another live stream. And y'all let me know, man, how we can get these views up. What I'm missing out there. All right, man, you be safe out there, brother. Yeah, they actually reached out to us, but before then, I would be and not win. Oh man, you had one reach out to you, man. And that's what's up, man. You doing something right. That's good. I just approved the SBA and disabled vet contract, so hopefully I can get a piece of that $32 billion they set aside for disabled vets this year, man. Hey, I hope you do too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for you. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because you can get about 1%. Hey, you get 1% of that $32 billion, you're gonna be doing all right. Be like, man, let me get at least 1%. Shoot. Because of how much you install a compressor for a residential, it depends on my prices change. I gotta look at my books, man. But we starting at $3,000 on the compressor. And that's me buying the compressor too. Like I say, I don't really like to talk about money on this platform because I have some of my customers are subscribers and stuff like that. And so just far as conflict of interest, I don't. A lot of people, hey man, how much you charge for that capacitor or whatever? Whatever it depends on. You know what I'm saying? But for residential though, for a little, with a 3 to 5 ton compressor, you're probably looking at 1,000. I like to use Copeland compressors if I can. But yeah, if a compressor not under warranty, anything like that, yeah. Nice crap. What about refrigerant? You work on them too? Refrigerant? What about refrigerant? You work on them too? I'm assuming you say refrigeration. Like I was saying about this ice machine, that's refrigeration right there. I know how to work on it, but I don't. I pass that work up, or I give it to one of my other HVACR contractor buddies. You know what I'm saying? I know, like on my partner Brian, he and Katy, whenever somebody say, hey, I got a walk-in cooler or something like that, I send that work to him. You know what I'm saying? And he used a watch. I had anyway. Yeah, I'd rather send that work to guys like him, man. You know what I'm saying? Refrigeration work, because that's what they do. You know, as you can see, my license though, I'm licensed to work on refrigeration equipment. I can work on anything in the state of Texas. It's just, like I say, I like to take the path of least resistance. I don't want. I used to have a contract with a Bard. I think they call Bard, but they do the meats. And they had like two walk-in freezers. And I did it for a little while. And I got a couple more little moms and pops restaurants. But I told them, hey, I'm only doing your air conditioning work, the comfort cooling. You know what I'm saying? But when I first went out on my own, though, hey, you learn, you kind of learn from your mistake. We get experience out here as well. I wasn't turning down nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to work on it all, but then sometimes they be having them alarms and stuff like that in the freezer, and if it go below a certain temperature, they call in, be 3 a.m. Hey, and they at home, they don't know what's going on. It can be somebody left the door open or anything. Hey, my temperature going down. I need you to get there. I'm gonna meet you up there. I'm like, man, I'm not getting out of my bed no 3 a.m. Talk about no freezer. But like I say, them folks got all their merchandise in there. They want you there. So I'd rather have somebody that's used to that. But right now, especially me, pretty much being on my own, I can't do it. Because the thing about that, we have to be careful with our health. And I know a lot of y'all done probably ran into this. We could be working on it. We can just say you had a long day of work or something like that, and you think it's all good. You know what I'm saying? You just say you got off at a certain time, and especially my on call techs, they know what hurt you at. You can have a smooth day. You know what I'm saying? Not too much going on, but you will get a call maybe late in the evening or something like that, maybe 7 p.m., especially if you're on call. Now that done broke up your normal routine, because you're on call. Now you got to go to a job at like 8 o'clock. And don't let it be a commercial, man. Cause I've done this so many times that let's say we just have to go to Halliburton. Halliburton is a big old oil refinery. When you go to Halliburton, you got to go down there. And you got to have a safety test before you even go on the roof and go look at the equipment. So you got to sit down, do the little 30-minute safety test. Now you ain't get to the job till 8:30. Now you got to go take this little safety course right here before you go on a roof. Now it's 9 o'clock. It's dark up there. You ain't finished troubleshooting yet. But next thing you know, you ain't get home at like 2 in the morning. Now you get home at 2 in the morning. You fit to get you about 3-4 hours sleep, and you got to do it again. Now that's stuff they catch up with you right there. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to be careful with right there. You know what I'm saying? Because now you kind of drowsy. I remember coming home from one of them, we were working on an MRI unit at a hospital. Man, I already worked that whole day, and then get a call at night. That's the unit that I think they had glycol and stuff like that on there. Man, my boy Johnny Barham, if he watching this, he know what I'm talking about. Man, I think we finished up like 6 in the morning. I'm driving home, coming from Kingwood somewhere up there, Kingwood Hospital. I'm driving home. I'm seeing trees going across the highway. You know what I'm saying? I'm hallucinating something. Damn tree coming at me, man. And finally get home, whatever. I'm tired. I'm dead tired. But keep in mind, it ain't like, hey, you just up at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, we actually going on this roof working. You know what I'm saying? Replacing compressors or whatever we were doing. Pulling up glycol from the roof hatch. So you actually doing work. So you physically tired too. Like I said, it ain't that you just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you working. And like I say, and your boss, they don't care. Your manager, they don't care. I remember getting home at 7 in the morning. I'm dead tired. Here come my phone ringing at 9 o'clock. He talking about, where you at? Wow, man, I'm asleep. Man, because some folks, hey, man, they want you to work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, I understand you was doing that, working with this customer, but this customer expecting you to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, though, at this other job site. I'm like, man. So anyway, I was a sport, though, you know what I'm saying? I want to put my turn down. So I was like, look here, man, I'm going to give me a couple more hours of sleep and I'll be there. So I think I still end up getting up at like 12 o'clock and going to that customer over there. So, but as far as our health, man, we got to be careful with that, man. That's not healthy, man, running them kind of calls like that. Because any contract he get in Katy, he's sending them my way. Hey, send them on. Send them on. So one thing, I don't know if you talking about federal or local government though. But there's a couple of federal buildings, man, that they be having contracts with, man. I sure wish I can land me a couple of them. Some of them be easy too, look like it. So, man, some of them just be like a federal park or something like that. They might have a visitation center with a rooftop unit on there they want you to take care of. Yeah, federal. Yeah. So if it's federal, it might not be none in Katy, but it's something like 20 miles down the road. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they got any federal buildings here. They probably do. So I say, so good to see you again. Yeah, man, how long we been on this live, man? Y'all just distracted my whole live with the comments. I believe when some people be doing these comments, because I want to talk about, getting a job in 2026 as far as new technicians. I believe when some people go live, they just do what they said they were going to do and ignore the comments. But I tried to do the comments. That took up a whole hour. How long we been on here? God, dog, time fly. Hour, 15 minutes. Yeah, man, I just wanted to test this out, though. Test my little garage setup out. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody thinking about getting the HVAC, hey, it's a great trade. You know what I'm saying? Go on, get your foot in the door now before it's too late. Let me see here. Because that's why I would just rather do residential starting out. Commercial sounds stressful. Yeah, but to me, starting out, I tell anybody though, if you can get your foot in the door in commercial, start out with commercial, because to me, commercial gonna have you kind of more way around it, because you're gonna work on a lot of different things, and it's not stressful at all. You know what I'm saying? Just probably bigger equipment, probably less stressful than residential, man. To me, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I Matt Crowd, gonna say stay humble, sit down. Hey, I only think about a commercial though. Cause me personally, if I can, I only do commercial though, I would. You know what I'm saying? But starting a business, to me, it was easier to get residential customers than commercial. You know what I'm saying? I have a few commercial clients, but it wouldn't be enough to keep me busy though. You know what I'm saying? But as far as less stressful, I think both of them pretty much about the same. But in residential, to me, it could be more stressful because both of them about the same, man. When you're heating and you're cooling down, it's just down. If I was gonna say residential, when that unit down in these houses, it's 115 degrees outside. People gonna want their AC back up and running. That can be a lot of stress on you, but at the same time, it could be the same thing for a business, though. If they down, they need you. All right, man. I think I'm caught up to some of these questions. If anybody got a couple more questions, hey, what time is it? 1 o'clock. We go on to 1 o'clock. If anybody got any more questions? What's up, Frank? Frank in the house. Frank, it's a beautiful day, man. I'm sure y'all got some of that beautiful weather in Dallas too. You on that water? All right, so I'm just scrolling through some more of these comments. If anybody got nothing else, man, I'm gonna shut it down. I kind of like this setup right here, though. You know what I'm saying? Might add me another camera right here. I got me a little board we can write on. Let me see my screen. I'm gonna have to set up something, man. Interesting. Let's see, you got one for me. Oh, I got one for you. For new tech, what would you advise new tech starting out? Very first house or business? Advice. I got one for you. What what would you advise new tech starting out? Very first house or business? What you mean? Starting out, working on houses or working on buildings? Mike in Atlanta. You have to kind of clarify that. Clarify that for me, man. I got one for you. New tech. What would you? I don't know. You saying starting out residential or commercial? That's why I say, man, I like to just do things different on this channel right here. Because be honest with you, I don't really look at no other HVAC channels. You know what I'm saying? When I first started in HVAC in 2012, I did. But when that's probably why I don't get too many views, because I'm not looking at, I was going to say competitor, but there's really nobody my competitor, just far as the YouTubers or whatever. But when I first started out, I would look at other YouTube channels as far as me learning the trade. But I like to make videos that I hope be helpful, that people not talking about, like vocabulary. It's like, because as far as this sentence right here, we will put, residential or commercial. Because that's a certain vocabulary that we need in HVAC. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, just far as, and I'm not talking about the parts or anything like that, but you do need to know the difference from a contactor and a capacitor. Working on houses. Sorry, I said the wrong. What advice would you give new techs? I graduated. See, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I can tell. I know you're a new tech, and we can tell just by the vocabulary, just far, because we don't use houses. We if you're a technician, say residential, you know what I'm saying, or commercial or industrial. And I always tell people, get the modern refrigeration handbook. I'm put it right here. You a new tech, that's like our Bible. You know what I'm saying? All those terms, go back to the glossary or whatever and study those. No, it ain't, you ain't gotta say it ain't my bad, you know what I'm saying? Just that you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to do videos on, vocabulary that HVAC technicians use and stuff like that. Because there's certain words that we use, and then I know, okay, yeah, he's talking about such and such. Or somebody says something about refrigerant, but that should have been refrigeration if we work on refrigeration equipment, modern. Yeah, if any new techs out here, though, get this book right here and put it in the chat, called a Modern Refrigeration Handbook. And you can go back in the glossary and study these certain things, because everything is just not technical. That's why somebody said earlier, you need to be a sales. You do have to be in sales. You got to use a certain language, man. Because you can go, a lot of times you can be talking to these customers and they know. So if you start talking, you don't know what you're talking about. Because when you're driving up, they see that company van out there, they see the logo, they like, oh yeah, he got to know what he's doing. But soon as they start asking you questions, they can tell. They can tell that you're not experienced. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the first things that we need to work on. And even in that modern refrigeration handbook, they got a chapter on there far as customer service, and they go anywhere between, if you in certain houses or certain neighborhoods, probably every house, but I'm guilty of not doing this, or wear booties. But I keep a pack of booties, what we call shoe covers. I always keep them with me, and I ain't gonna lie, almost every house that I go to, I keep some shoe covers in my back left pocket. But as soon as I knock on the door, and I hear, I'll let the door scratching on the door. I put the shoe cover right back in my pocket, man. I was like, man, because them dogs ain't got no shoe covers on. I ain't putting no shoe covers on. You know what I'm saying? So, but little stuff like that, the modern refrigeration handbook, it got a chapter in there about how to conduct yourself, man. You know, you want to be presentable. You know what I'm saying? You know, clean. You know, sometimes we go to job, you can't help, you're going to be dirty. Some customers know that. But hygiene is very important. You know, try to, I don't know if you white, black, Mexican, you want at least, I know black folks, our hair grow pretty fast. We might need 2 haircuts, you know what I'm saying, a month, 2 or 3 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If you're white, you know what I'm saying, you might need at least 1 haircut a month. Get trimmed up. You know what I'm saying? You might need at least 1 haircut a month. You know what I'm saying? Get trimmed up. You know what I'm saying? Look presentable. Yeah, that's another thing. Commercial. A lot of people say in commercial, you don't have to be cleaned up like that because they can stick you up on the roof or stick you in a mechanical room. You're kind of out the way. And that's not necessarily the truth either. You know what I'm saying? You still want to represent you in industrial or commercial. You know what I'm saying? Put your belt on. I want to tuck your shirt in. So yeah, so like I say, it ain't just about being a good tech. It's being well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on a scale of 1 to 10. You might be a good tech. You know, you might know how to diagnose and install anything, but your attitude is a 1. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants you around. Sometimes, I mean, when I first started, just because I had a good attitude and I couldn't, I didn't really know how to troubleshoot the unit well, but it was some customer gave me a little bit more time to figure things out because I had a good positive attitude. So yeah, man. Now, I always say I'm pulling for, hey, all my new techs out there, I'm pulling for you. You know what I'm saying? Be well-rounded. Because I need some advice on where to start off first with license. Oh man, it's hard for me to answer that. I really don't know what you're saying. You need some advice on how to start first off with license. Because say you want to come train with me soon. Hey, a lot of my videos, I don't do no training or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm giving back. You know what I'm saying? In my own way, as far as my YouTube channel, this is how I'm giving back. As far as, hey, I go on some of these calls and just show me servicing the unit. So that's kind of the training that's all the training that I'm giving. Never know what the future holds. Let's just say we were talking about AC Service Tech earlier. He got a YouTube channel. And I think even I think somebody said he got a school. So probably best we go reach out to somebody like that that's actually training and got a school. Because if I was trained, we'd just be freestyling. I ain't got nothing, no curriculum or nothing like that set up for nobody. Because I did struggle a lot with troubleshooting when I first started. I think we all did. That's a good thing about it. You know what I'm saying? If you go out there, that's why I be telling my guy, when you go out there and every time you go to equipment is working or you learn from your mistakes. You learn when things have failed. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get better. You know what I'm saying? That's where your troubleshoot come in there when you see different things. And that's how we get experience though. You work on 100 different units, you probably seen 100 different things. You work on 1,000 different units, you're gonna see 1,000 different things. but you got to get out there in front of it. You're not going to see the same thing every time. That's why I say people be coming from graduate from the HVAC school. Come on, man, you in a controlled environment. You in the warehouse working on these units. That's not real world things. You know what I'm saying? I always say you got to use your 5 senses out here: smell, touching, seeing. Everything got to come together, and you're only going to get that experience when you're working on different equipment. Cause say I'm the people champ. That's what's up. Hey, I get this all the time, man. If anybody listen to the sound of my voice, please don't come to Houston looking for WW HVAC talking about you fit to start working or he about to start training you. Cause you not you JP. I'm gonna say JP. I'm not talking to you specifically, but I get this all the time. It was from email. People be emailing me, "Hey man, I'm thinking about relocating. I want to." Hey, this is close. None. But yeah, now don't relocate. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that I'm fit to do anything for you. Yes, sir. Should I jump into home warranty company with my license? Definitely. I think you should. You know what I'm saying? I look at home warranty company, man. I done done plenty of videos on this right here, man. Let me see if I can ChatGPT, cause and then I want to give you my opinion on this, because I look at warranty companies as more like a schedule filler. You know what I'm saying? When things slow down, you'll be surprised. Let's say things slow for me right now. A lot of time, I get like 2 calls from a home warranty or something like that. But the thing is, you have to find one that's right for you. You know what I'm saying? All home warranty companies ain't good, man, but some of them are. Some of them pay well. So I'm gonna read off some of these to see how I feel. You know, home warranty company get consistent work value, and this is what ChatGPT told me. Consistent work value. That's not necessary too. It's not always consistent. You know what I'm saying? Don't sign up for warranty companies and think you fit to run your whole company off warranty work. Only, to me, in my opinion, I only use it as a schedule filler. You know what I'm saying? So, because even when you're dealing with even when you get busy, I still find time to run home warranty calls, because now I might have a customer looking at this right now, like, oh no, you got to come to me right now. As soon as I call, as soon as I put a work order in, I need you here now. That's not the case. 9 times out of 10, if you're working with a home warranty provider, they're gonna tell you need to reach out to that homeowner within 24 to 48 hours to schedule. That means you get that work order, they email you a work order, or some home warranty company have a portal. They give you that work order, reach out to that homeowner with 24 to 48 hours. Let's say if you're real busy, be like, okay, you can't get to them till Wednesday. Hey, you can't get to them till Wednesday. The home warranty customer may not like that, but that's your schedule filler. You filling that in. Okay, I'll be out there Wednesday or whatever. Now, true enough, because they're going through their home warranty company. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you put it on the schedule, let the home warranty know you contact me, you schedule for Wednesday. If the customer don't like that, they can always go outside. They don't have to go through their home warranty company to get service. You know what I'm saying? Because I know customers are going to be looking at this and be like, hey, nah, they can always go, but they trying to save money and go through their home warranty company. So they got to go around your schedule. Home warranty company don't say, hey, you have to schedule them or you have to be there in 28 to 48 hours. That's not the policy. You need to schedule them between 24 and 48 hours. So use it as a filler, but it's not consistent value. Sometimes home warranty companies may send you a call. They might send you 5 calls in a week. And sometimes they may go 2 or 3 months without sending you anything. So you can't depend on home warranty company. Number 2, it says faster payment turnaround. Home warranty companies usually pay within 1 week and 30 days from my experience. Like I say, when you first starting off, you were like, man, I don't get paid in 30 days. I always was busy enough to where, you know what I'm saying, that never bothered me if I got paid in a net 30 or net 45. You know what I'm saying? I never, just when the money come in, it come in. I never had a problem with a home warranty company not paying me though. And it's like I say, I don't want to say it's free money, but I mean, it's good money. That's work that you wouldn't have gotten if you didn't have that warranty company. To me, it's like extra money. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed scope of work, reduce marketing costs. Yeah, that's another thing. Reduce marketing costs. This advantage of a home warranty company. Reduced marketing costs. That's pretty much free customer that you didn't have to advertise for, because it does cost to get that phone to ring. And a warranty company just sending you their customers, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't really have to pay anything for. You didn't have to do any kind of marketing for. 9 times out of 10, home warranty customer is going to be pretty much all profit most of the time, because if it's a major repair, and you can mark some of this stuff up 35 to 100% more than that sometimes as far as material. But just say if you just starting off and you can't afford equipment or something, or you need the money, even if it's what we call major repairs, compressors, coils, air handlers, furnaces, the warranty company will provide that. And they'll set up a wheel card. You just go pick it up and you go install. That's all profit. I don't think you really got time and labor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win. Now, me, I like to purchase the equipment. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got business credit card and stuff like that, because the warranty company, you can mark it up. Like I said, you can mark it up. You can make more money off of it. You know what I'm saying? I tell them all the time. Now I provide the compressor. They say the compressor $1,000. I tell the warranty company, I provide the compressor for $1,800. It's up to them to be like, and it depends on what time of year it is. You know what I'm saying? If they real busy or something like that, or their customer complaining a lot and they trying to please their customer, they'll be like, okay, we can't seem to find this compressor. Go ahead and we'll let you provide it or whatever. Hey, look, so you done made the profit out this and whatever your agreed rate to replace it. As far as labor, and then you're going to charge them for refrigerant. They never provide the refrigerant. So refrigerant, stuff like filter dryers, you're going to mark all that up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a fan of home warranty. Like I say, I wish I didn't have to, but to me, I ain't gonna say I wish. I think I probably always accept home warranty, the ones that I'm dealing with. Because you got 1,000 home warranty companies out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to find the one that's good for you, because some of them not good at all. I'm reading this one, say long-term customer relation. That's another thing. Every home warranty customer that you have, you need to at least ask them do they want to sign up for your maintenance program? Because most home warranty companies don't provide maintenance. Some of them do. Some of them have like a spring maintenance program they have for their customer, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of them don't. So you can tell that customer, hey, we here, we notice that the unit is kind of dirty, and that's probably what caused this problem of this clogged drain line or something, and your home warranty company don't provide maintenance. So it's good for you to go ahead and sign up our maintenance program so you won't have this problem in the future, because you can have your whole, if it's in the attic, your whole ceiling collapse. And you did tell them, true enough, if you have a problem, they're going to repair, but you want to prevent that. And it's another good idea. You can tell them that some home warranty company require you to at least keep this unit maintained. And you can have, if you got a good CRM software like Jobber, links will be in the description below on all my videos. If you don't have a good CRM software, look at the Jobber. You get a 2-week free trial and a discount if you use my referral link. But you can always tell them, hey, we can put you on the maintenance plan. You know what I'm saying? So sign them up for your maintenance plan, and you're going to get, if you put it in your CRM software, you can send them reminders that they need a maintenance or whatever. But when you do the maintenance, you can send them a PDF file or receipt, and they can always have that. So if anything ever happened in the future, whatever, with they system and a home warranty company try to deny a claim due to lack of maintenance, because you have some warranty companies, they want you to take pictures. If they see any speck of dirt, they be like, hey, no, this denied. But if you're a licensed contractor, like I say, if you get CRM software, they're going to have, when you send them that invoice that they had maintenance done, they're going to have your license number and your logo and stuff like that. So you can always tell them, well, the customer can always show them proof that you've been out there maintaining that unit once or twice a year. So you can always make extra money like that. You know what I'm saying? You can always have that customer. And then, because you're going to have some rebuttal, like I say, just far as the customer going to be like, well, I got a warranty company. Why do I need to sign up for your maintenance program when you offering 15% off any repairs? Any repairs that I need, the warranty company going to take care of that. And you can be like, yeah, that's true. But you can always, I always tell people, it's always good to have a good HVAC tech. So they can always either use you for second opinions, because I have customers like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll call me out, and then I tell them, and you might want to work out a discount with them. Be like, because you didn't have to do the marketing. It ain't like any other customer. You really got this customer free, so you might want to give them a little extra $20 discount, on your maintenance program or something, because you didn't market that customer. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they might want to call you out though. Hey, you go out first. Let's say if I go, they got a warranty company. I go out there and be like, all you need is a capacitor. You can still give them a price for the capacitor. Be like, you can use your warranty company to have a company come out and still replace this capacitor for you. Most likely, especially when it's hot outside, you know what I'm saying? You still might want to throw them a little discount. Most likely, they don't want to be bothered with their warranty company, because like I say, it's busy. Their contractor might put their customer out 2 or 3 days going through their warranty company, because they're trying to save that $300 that you're going to charge them. So most likely they'll be like, no, just go ahead and get it done. But if it's something major or something like that, hey, you're gonna need it. You got a grounded compressor. They might go ahead and wait on their warranty company, which is understandable if they're paying monthly for a home warranty. But like I say, it's pros and cons. That's most of the pros that I went over. There are some cons too. You know what I'm saying? But I like it. Everybody don't like it. To each his own, though. Frank say, just put your time in, it'll come to you. Because I was asked, did you struggle a lot when you first started troubleshooting? I think I answered that. All of us do. Look at, man, HVAC is like a learning curve. You're not going to get it, first off. If anybody tell you that they was the best troubleshooting first out the gate, they lying to you. It's a learning curve. Ain't nobody just for to get this trade right here. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So all us struggled when we first started. Cause say you just purchased the KUV. Congratulations, truck to replace my box truck. Do you still have both of yours? If so, did you set it up different for your tech? I still got both of mine. So my other one just in the stores right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and outfit that one. My guys, we still rolling together, or I have him just go drive my truck if it's like an inspection, something that he can do. But I'm gonna outfit my other truck just like this one, but it's gonna be more for him. And all he right now, I'm training him to be a service tech, not an installer. My newer truck, I'm gonna use that more for maintenance, install. My bad. Come on, let him. You could get out of here.
Yeah. Your foot is on the.
Okay.
It's on the.
Say what's up to the people for me.
Your foot is on the.
All right. Hope everything go right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Your foot
you got it in microwave?
Yeah, it's on the stove.
Mm-hmm. What you got?
It's the fried fish with green beans, cornbread, and potatoes.
All right, man. I'm gonna chop it up with the people, man. You have a great day. I'll see you a little later.
Okay. Love you.
I love you too.
All right.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna outfit both of those trucks. You know what I'm saying? One just gonna be more for maintenance, small service work, nothing major. But yeah, no, congratulations, man. The KUV, I think that's the way to go. When I first got those style truck, I always wanted one. I used to work out of a van. But hey, you can't beat that, especially if you like a one-man shop. You know what I'm saying? That truck right there, man, is just like a supply house on wheels or something. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much keep it. If I'm rolling up to a house, I pretty much got everything I need, to fix that unit. So I love it, man. But now, congratulations. Oh yeah, matter of fact, you the guy asked to have did you have a YouTube channel? I check you out. So if you set your truck up, you do some content on setting the truck up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can lift you up. I like check out the content. Let me see here. Let me look you up. Your Uncle Plumbing. Oh, misspelled that. I put Your Uncle Plumbing in. I don't know, man. You ain't pop up, so I don't know if you got any content then. So I'll be looking for your channel there. See anti-DIY. I think anti-DIY be killing it. Look. See these type of views I need right here. They got here, look, 10,000 views in 16 hours. Look at 181,000 views. Look, I ain't got no videos, them type of views there. Yeah, I don't see your channel though. But if you make a video or anything like that if you make a video or something like that on your KUV truck. I like to check it out. Exactly. The more you do anything, the better you get at it. Yep. You can make it where you are. Don't chase the money. Cause say you can make it where you are. Don't chase the money. I don't know, man. I got to beg to differ with that. So that's just like me. So I'm originally from a small town. Ain't no money in that town. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go where the money at. I had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I already know if I went back there, man, they, you know what I'm saying? They trying to pay $35 for a service visit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? $60 for a capacitor, or they'll just do without. A bunch of window units around there. They'll be like, man, I go to Walmart and put me a window unit in there. Talking about give you $300 for a capacitor. So, hey, you got to go where the money is sometimes. So some of y'all need small little country town. Talking about you can't get no HVAC job because you know ain't number one mom and pop store. I mean, hey, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to go where it's at. Back in the day, them folks down south, they had to get up, they had to migrate. They had to go to the Milwaukee, the Chicago, New York, Harlem. Got to get up out of there. I'm ready to put the time in, just trying to find out where to start out, man. Ain't no right time, man. Sometimes you just got to jump. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're going to be some bumps and bruises along the way. You got to jump, though. Parachute might not come out when you want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to jump. Remember, my partner was talking about that one time. Some people got all the excuses in the world. You got to know when you ready. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when you ready. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's never a perfect time, though. Life gonna life. Somebody always gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, if we fail, like me, I'm doing a lot of my stuff. I don't care though. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to jump. I'm doing a lot of my stuff in the public eye. A lot of people may not know anyway. So if you do fail, only people are gonna know, maybe your friends, your family. Hey, you know what I'm saying? He had to go work again. He had to go get a job, man. What? If I fail, I got the whole world. I got almost 30,000 YouTube subscribers. Hey, man, he failed. You know what I'm saying? He had to start back working or something like that. But hey, I really don't care what nobody think about me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Hey, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody that watching me right now putting no food on my table. So I know the work ethic that I have. I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? I know me. You know what I'm saying? I can't just say, hey, I'm going to start this company because that's what somebody else want me to do. Nah, I gotta see through this. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's all good. Like I say, a lot of y'all doing it behind the scenes. I'm doing this in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? To criticize or whatnot. Cause say, hey, while I'm headed to Houston, would like to be trained by you. I have almost 2 years of HVAC experience. He must just came on. Like I said, I get this all the time, man. And then I don't have enough volume. A lot of people, hey, I don't know. I'm at home now. I don't have no work right now on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? So, it's best if you want to watch the train, you go through. Wow, I got over 1,000 videos. You know what I'm saying? That I'm just doing real world stuff. You know, but I don't. Be honest with you. Maybe one day I have a large contracts or something like that I can bring a lot of people on board, but it's just not like that now. And so I received my Contractor A license. I'm getting all my business together. I'm ready to lead this company and do my own thing. Yep. If you want it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, just don't really have no pressure to jump out there. Just know when you're ready and just know it ain't gonna be no perfect time though. And be honest with you, you can always go back and get a job if needed. That to me, that's really your parachute. When I say just jump, that's your parachute right there. You know what I'm saying? Your parachute is you can always go back and put an application in somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to Don't worry about what people say. Hey, you fail, because at the end of the day, even if it don't work out that first time and you do end up having to go get some more income somewhere else or whatever, uh, uh, you can always go back and get a job. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I won't let that deter me. But I'm about to say, that's just the first time. You know what I'm saying? You might just say, if I went out there and failed the first time, had to go and get a job, at least I know what I failed from the first time. Like the guy say earlier, just as far as experience and stuff like that. You got to learn as you go. You know what I'm saying? So the second time or the third time go around, you might know how to, you know what I'm saying, do what it takes to succeed. What it do? Y'all hear Frank? Y'all check out Java. Click on any link in the description below and any of my videos. Get a 2-week free trial. I think Frank been with Java maybe about a year now. Frank said he loving it. I had to sign up a lot of people with Java, and I rarely get a complaint like Java is not a good software. Most of everybody satisfied with it. I had maybe 1 or 2 people reach out and say it was complicated, but to me, it's easy. I don't want to call out now. I think Joe Shear one time reached out to me and said it was kind of complicated to use, but I haven't heard back from him since then. So I'm sure he figured it out, because it's not. A lot of this stuff self-explanatory. Click of a button, and Jobber has some of the best customer service it is though, and you can talk to actual people. You're not talking to no AI robot or anything. So you got any question about their software or their platform, you can talk to somebody and they'll actually walk you through it. They can actually get on your computer. They'll send you a link or whatever, and you're like, let me check it out. Let me see exactly what you need. And then once they show you exactly how to do it 1 or 2 times, whether that's sending invoices, quotes, or setting up job forms, they can walk you through it. LD would cool it down. AC Heating, H-Town. What's up, LD? I seen LD at the outlet mall one time, folks. Cool brother right there. You need to have good communication skills to be successful doing home warranty work. Yeah. I think that's a statement, and I agree with it. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with all that. Minnesota in the house. That's a Corvette in the background. I'm assuming it's yours. Yes, sir. HVAC. I'm hungry now talking about that food. What's up, Ace Town? Cause you ain't got no content. Okay. Yeah, I was looking you up, man. It's all good though. What's up? What's up? Uh-oh. What's the weather? Where you at? He say he running them calls. All right, man. Go say get hungry, man. Yeah, hey, Alex. I'm getting hungry too, bro. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the path. Yeah, man, it's part of the path. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as failure. You learn from it. You get up, try it again. It's your attitude. When you're down, you can't let something beat you down. JOB. Build on your career while you're there. Ooh. I'm pushing for it all, learning while working. Indeed, working while learning. Definitely jobber. Yes, sir. It's complicated until you get used to it, like CRM software. Let me see. That's my core. I'm just throwing it there. Now, hey, Matt Crab got that C8. Man, let's go to Matt Crab channel, man. Hey, Crab, you got let me go to Matt Crab, man. I know you got some content on I'm typing in Matt Crab. I'm gonna see if we're gonna check out his C8. I hope you don't mind, brother. Let me try to find your channel. Let me see if I can see some C8 content. Let me see here. So I got to do it to where. Let me see here. Let me see if you got your car here. I'm gonna go to your channel. If my boy got 2,000 subs, man, y'all go to his channel right now, Matt Craft, man, and get them subs up. He got great content on there. He should have way more than this. I think he probably got about 100-some thousand TikTok subscribers. So we got to get his YouTube subscribers up. Man, you ain't got no CA content on here. Where your CA content? I like your thumbnail. That's why I'll start doing channel reviews. I don't want to get what's it called though. Hey Frank, you subscribe to Matt's Crab channel. He stay on that water. Come on, I don't want to get copyright. Look. That's his boat right there too, folks. Look, that Matt Crab there, man, getting it in. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, give me that gap.
I'm telling you, man. That boy, that be living, man. Matt Crab and Frank. That boy be living. He got a lot of videos though, folks. Y'all, so y'all check him out, man. I'm looking for some of that. Look what we got here.
All right.
And then he be hooking his up too.
On lights.
Look how clean his garage is.
My garage up front.
Look, y'all see that CA back there on the left?
But the plan is to.
Oh man, you need to take that Steeler down though, man.
Tied into this.
That boy that slipped into the playoffs. Should do. I almost knocked y'all out last week.
I can. Someone to go up in the attic, tie into that with a junction box. My breaker's 15 amps.
Cause say his channel lame, man. Don't believe that.
5 amps. So I think I'm just gonna change my.
Hey, y'all see him?
When I'm done. So even if it doesn't trip it, I'm still.
Yeah, man. Y'all go subscribe to Matt's Craft. Yes, sir. Gonna say, how did I get my start in HVAC? What made you want to get into it? Man, it's a long story, man. Kind of too tired to talk about it right now. But I don't know. I got several videos. But I've been kind of in the trades, man, since I was a youngster, man. My godfather, my stepdaddy, however you want to call it, man, he was a plumber, and he did residential plumbing. So ever since I was like 8, 9 years old, man, I've been up under houses doing rough ends all the way to, setting toilets, sinks. So the trade's kind of always been in me. But yeah, man, I just wanted to do something different though, you know what I'm saying? And I got in a lot of trouble when I was a little younger. So my granddad always told me, man, you need to get you a skill, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, around during Hurricane Katrina, when they was doing the project rebuild after Hurricane Katrina, I seen an opportunity to get an HVAC. Like I say, so I signed up for Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and I got some certifications, and it took me a while, but the path that I was on, man, really wasn't too good, man. And living that street life, had to make a change, man. I would end up dead or in jail, you know what I'm saying? So HVAC truly saved me, man. It saved my life. You know what I'm saying? I actually found something that I don't want to say was good at, because we were talking like earlier in this video, through experience and keep doing stuff over and over again. What was that comment? I wish I could go back up to that comment, but when you start doing stuff over and over again, like somebody said in the comment, eventually you're gonna get good at it. And I don't know what book that I read. I think it was See Me at the Top by Zig Ziglar. That was one of the first books that really changed my life, to where no matter where you in, if you in a rut, the more the story was like stinking thinking. I used to think, what's the term I like to use? Like an empty mind become a dumping ground for junk. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I really wasn't thinking about, listen to all the rap videos, man, especially my culture. You know what I'm saying? Just going down the wrong path, whether from the movie, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Dead President. This negativity, a bunch of negativity just going in my mind. You know what I'm saying? And we brought up like that. I grew up on Memphis rap. You know what I'm saying? Player Fly. A-Ball, MJG, want to be a hustler, all this kind of just, it's cool. I can listen to music like that every now and then now, because my mind is more mature. But when I'm 15, 16, 17 years old, the wrong music and stuff like that, man, just leads you down the wrong, because our mind is not developed for stuff like that, especially when you really got no father figures and stuff like that in your life, or you ignoring father figures and stuff like that. Those become your role models and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be, you listen to Tupac, you're gonna get Tupac results. We see Tupac die, he's 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? So I really did start changing my life. I got my first HVAC job, I think I was 29 years old or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So all in my 20, 21, 22, man, I was in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a totally different person now. Not totally. I still got some of those ways in me, but at the end of the day, what got me into HVAC though, I changed my thought pattern. You know what I'm saying? I start consuming. A lot of people don't believe in personal development, but I overdose on personal development books. As far as you have to, if I got all this garbage in my mind, I have to do 10 times as more of a person that maybe had a stable household when they were growing up. Because my father wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. I used to smoke weed with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Used to drink with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me being in school, I'm probably over on the hill. If anybody know about the country, when you're on the hill, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing too much going on the hill over there. I'm on the hill or whatever, in the Grove. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging out with, you know what I'm saying, folks that quit school. So eventually I'm going to quit school. I dropped out when I was in 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? I know that I needed to do something. I didn't care what it was. And I know you said, why did I get an HVAC? I said, whatever I did, I was going to do it well. And the reason I say that, because when you do stuff over and over again, I knew. I probably read that same quote that you just put up there not too long ago. I read that same quote, to where when you start doing stuff over and over again, you start getting good at it. I don't care if it's bad or if it's good, it becomes a habit. So whatever you're doing over and over again, you're going to eventually be good at it. And I honestly put that in my mind. I say, man, I probably felt that almost everything else that I was doing, I'm fit to get good at this HVAC. This is what I'm for to dedicate my life to. So everything, everybody, I mean, when I say everything and everybody, man, I'm talking about from I was celibate. I ain't had no time. When I dropped everything down, I ain't had no time for no women out there. I could have easily, a lot of y'all know my story. When I stayed in my truck for almost 2 years, in the back of my truck, I could have easily, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no problem with no female. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily been laid up, you know what I'm saying, and have a woman or something take care of me, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I know if I go give one of these chicks, I ain't got no job, I'm doing the same thing. Eventually, she's gonna be looking at me sideways, like, hey, you need to do something. All of them do, you know what I'm saying. So I made it in my mind to where, hey, I'm finna get good at this. I'm finna shut everybody down, whether it's family, any negativity or anything like that. I ain't got no time for negativity. You know what I'm saying? If you're negative, you need to get over there. I was getting away from it. You know what I'm saying? I actually did that for like 2 or 3 years. I would work on myself, rather physically getting in the best shape of my life. You know what I'm saying? I would run 3 to 5 miles, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just about me going to school or getting into HVAC. It was me doing something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Whether my friends, hey, you lame, you ain't doing this, you don't reach out. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I can be I'm the lamest person on earth right now. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be cool because I wasted all my teens and my early 20s trying to fit in, trying to be somebody that I'm not. Because whatever I was doing then, whatever music I was into, whatever I was seeing in my neighborhood or whatever, that's what I was becoming, you know what I'm saying? And I worked toward that, you know what I'm saying? That's like some similar as rolling the blunt, you know what I'm saying? When you first roll your first blunt back then, you wasn't good at it. But eventually you kept on doing that, and you got good at it, and you're rolling your own blunt. You smoking by yourself, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even social no more. So whatever energy, good or bad, whatever you want to be good at, like I say, you're gonna get two-part results. You want to be player fly, you're gonna get player fly results. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, though, man, I just made up my mind that I got to do something different, man, because the path that I was on wasn't good. So, all those new habits, because a lot of them make excuses as far as I don't want to preach out here, but uh, uh, speaking of rap, a lyric just came to my head what Pooh Shiesty said on his new song. I don't rap when I'm told, I rap when I got something to say. And that's pretty much how I get on here too. You know what I'm saying? I don't just get on here just to be rambling. I do try to get on here when I got something to say. When the Lord put something on my mind or something like, hey man, get on here, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody may need to hear this. So yeah, man. But that's how I got an HVAC, man. It don't HVAC is the tool that I use to get where I am today, but it don't matter what career or trade or job that I chose, I was going to be successful because I made up my mind I was going to be good at this. I always tell people when they put that application in to be an HVAC, when you send across that supervisor, that hiring manager, HR, whatever, you let them know you gotta spread that confidence. This is what I'm going to do. Some type of way you gotta communicate to them to where they missing out if they don't choose you. You don't have to have any experience, anything like that, but some people know, hey, nah, he want this bad, and you gotta want it bad. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy ET say, you gotta want this bad as you want to breathe. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad I wanted it. I wanted it bad. It wasn't no turning around. People say, look around, burn the bridges. Ain't no turn around. Ain't no turn around for me. I wasn't going back. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna give everything that I had. It was tough days, but I wasn't going back. I wasn't going back. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, man, I just made up my mind. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be good at it. Yeah, that's how I got into HVAC, though. Everyone, you know, I hate to say everything happened for a reason and stuff like that, man, but everything kind of happened for a reason. You know, that's why I'm here talking to y'all, man. And hopefully I can spread my little seeds while we're here on earth, you know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact I made this earth a better place. I know for a fact I get a bunch of emails and a bunch of comments from you guys say, hey, you helped me change my life, man. I appreciate that. Because I've been doing this for a good little while now. You know, I always been on the same, you know what I'm saying? That same energy, that same wavelength. I ain't switched up. I never will switch up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I say music don't make sense. I don't listen to it. Yes, I'm from New Orleans, and I completely understand his story. God, and HVAC changed my life. That's what's up. Yeah, man. But to answer your question, though, man, whatever anybody want to be, hey, just go do it, man. Be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Give it your all. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing it when ain't nobody else looking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we use a lot of sports analysis. You know what I'm saying? When just because your coach tell you go shoot 10 jump shots or whatever, or shoot 100 jump shots, hey, behind the scenes, you got to go shoot 500. So if your supervisor, you just getting, if you only doing the work when you at work, you don't really want to be good. If you only doing something that somebody told you to do, you ain't really about that life. You know what I'm saying? You have to you have to be doing stuff behind the scenes when ain't nobody looking. When your old lady ain't looking or the kids ain't around, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be showing out in front of them. You gotta really want it. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in HVAC, man, if you want to go to that next level, you got to you got to be researching, you know what I'm saying, whether YouTube videos, reading some of these books. You have to be doing more than what's expected of you. You have to be doing stuff on your own that you're not getting paid for. You know what I'm saying? Because true enough, ain't nobody paying you. You'll be surprised, man. Somebody I done seen. I done been with companies to where technicians would not do no training because the company not willing to pay for the training. So they just say if they have some training that you had to stay on the weekend or after work or before work, ain't them technicians, hey, if they ain't getting paid for it, if they can't punch their clock, they don't want the training. You know what I'm saying? Because I always look at it like, man, if it's training, I'll do it for free. You know what I'm saying? That's training because people, whatever in your brain, the knowledge, they can't take that away from you. Would you recommend college or trade school? I think that's kind of the same, but I guess I know what you're talking about. Oh man, I don't know. I had to see them side by side and see what they offer. I don't think about college, man. I think that's dealing with more maybe the government type, and I know it shouldn't take that much money, man. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what they college charging you, you know. But to me, 2 years of HVAC school, I hate to say it ain't worth it because it is worth it. You have to do whatever it takes to get your foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man, about sending no 2-year school for HVAC. If it was the perfect path for me, I would hope that anybody can get in as an apprentice and then take like night classes and stuff like that when you get off of work. So get the hands-on experience, and hopefully the company can put you through night classes, or you pay for your own night classes. To me, that's the best way, because I guarantee you now, whoever went to college and trade school is going to be a little better off than somebody coming out the street with no experience and just going straight into that HVAC company. They ain't gonna be that much ahead of you though. You know what I'm saying? So they may want $20,000 and $30,000 in debt, and they probably only have 10-20% more knowledge than somebody that's fresh out the street. And somebody fresh out the street, the main thing that I probably want to show them is safety. You know what I'm saying? Respect electrical and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ladder safety, height safety, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I have yet to meet anybody fresh out of school. I think somebody had a comment on here though. They were fresh out of school, started running calls. So I don't know, man. It's a hard one, man. But please don't get me wrong. Um, you have to take some kind of schooling, whether it be college, trade school, or you know, or learning on your own. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to do a curriculum, you got Chat GPT, man. Don't nobody know this by now. Well, I think the cat out the bag, man. Chat GPT, if nobody know, go download the app right now, put it on your phone, and you can tell Chat GPT to write you an HVAC curriculum yourself. You can go and buy the book. You can teach some of this stuff yourself. Like I say, you can go to any HVAC supply house pretty much and ask them when next time they taking EPA classes. But like I said, every state is different though. All right, thank you, bro. Thank you. I would like to do a poll on how many HVAC business owners have college degrees. I think the results would be shockingly low. Yeah. If you want to start that poll now, it's 0 to 1 because I don't have no college degree. Like I said, I went to, I'm actually about maybe 6 credits for getting an associate in science. But when because I do believe in education, and anybody that don't believe in education probably don't have an education, because I know it changed me. You know what I'm saying? Just far just being way around it is anywhere from history. Because I was in college, I was going for engineering, but I had a felony at the time. I don't have any felonies now. I got that off my record. Thank God, amen. But when I had a felony, I didn't think that I was able to get a contractor license. But when I got all that clear, got everything out my record, that opened up the door for me to become a contractor, because I was going to stay with the company that I was with and go for engineering. Like I was explaining earlier in this on this live screen, they had the green team that did energy, say the company as far as the energy bill and stuff like that. But that was the engineering part. So I was going to go for mechanical engineering because Waste Service had their own engineering department. I knew for sure they gave me an opportunity when I was a felony, you know what I'm saying? So I was going to stay on board with them anyway and just move up. And I was going to make good money as an engineer, but I could make a lot more money as a contractor over an engineer. So once I got everything cleared out my record, and now I know for sure I can work for any company that I want to, because a lot of y'all don't have felonies, never went through anything devastating like that. You can only do so much. There are certain jobs that you can't apply for, don't even think about applying for. But when you get that monkey off your back and knowing that you can do anything in this, pretty much anything in this world that you want to, and it won't hold you back, y'all got to understand how free that I was at that age, because I thought that was something that I was going to have to live for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, even when I was staying in my truck, when I made up my mind that I was going to be good at this, like I said, I was going through school and I'm like probably 6 credits away from getting an associate. And I can always go back and get there, but long story short, I'm like, hey man, I got a degree. I mean, I'm gonna get this contractor license. Screw a college degree, because even if I got that college degree and was an engineer, I'm still gonna have to work with somebody. I like my freedom more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind working for a company or whatever, really though, but man, I love my freedom. Man. I like doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have a lot of people on here that work for a company, and I don't want to downplay that, because entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Being self-employed is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to work for a company. I did it. A lot of people do it. Everybody don't want the headache of working for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there is a lot of stress involved. You know what I'm saying? But what weighing the pros and the cons, I'd rather be a contractor any day than rather working for somebody, because I can just, man, I'll be like, man, because even like I say, even getting paid $8 an hour, well, we were talking about earlier, $8 an hour, you got to think about it, man. Like, man, I gave my whole life, I mean, a whole hour for $8. Or, hey, Meta, what's 8 times 40? They charge my Meta glasses up. I know I'm supposed to know this off the top of my head, especially when I'm just telling y'all that I took chemistries and physics and trigonometry and all that. But that's $320. And that's going to get taxed. $320 for 40 hours. That's a whole week. Man. And Uncle Sam wants some of that. God, dog. So you might bring home $280 for a whole week. And I know when you're a contractor, you got overhead and stuff like that, but I'm like, man, you know, on this side, on the outside looking in, I'm like, man, for a whole week, you know, man, because $320, I swear I done made that in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm looking at it like, okay, I know I can make at least $320. Even if you get, you know, $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? $20, 20 times 40, that's 800. I'd be like, 800, man, that's pretty good. And it is. But I can never stop living from check to check. You know, it's hard, 800, you know what I'm saying? Because you just depending on 800, and you know that's gonna get taxed too. If you even get $20 an hour, 800 gonna get taxed, and then the more you make, seem like the more they take. 800, you really bring home $600 if you get $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Especially then you want to save some 401k stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I think I'll try my luck out here. Let me see. You should add that into your interview. Ask them if they attended college. Yep. All right, appreciate that. Hey, Walter, just wanted to say hi, man. We work together at Way Service. All right, that's what's up. Sasada, Diane, he said we worked at Way Service together. Salute. I ain't familiar with that name right there, so I'm expecting you might have been on the union side then. I'm not sure. Yeah, man, but hey, Way Service, man, that's who gave me my first opportunity. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Way, man, because you got to start from somewhere. There's nobody really, some people have now, depending on what state you're in, but I'm glad they got it to where you got to have at least 4 or 5 years of experience before you get your contractor license, because you need experience before you just, hey, I'm finna hop out and start doing my own thing. Because I use financial aid to get my HVAC associate's degree, Tech 1 and Tech 2 and Tech at CC in 2015. If you don't mind us asking, I don't know if you want this public or not, about how much you paid for that associate degree. And let's be quite frank, was it worth it? And if you were hiring somebody, because you say you fit start your company, would you rather hire somebody with an associate degree or somebody with no? Would you rather hire somebody with an associate degree, I guess, or somebody with like hands-on experience? Because even when I was like with Way Service, people would used to come in and stuff like that and be like, hey man, I got my associate degree. and HVAC. It say and they was new techs and stuff like that. They ain't really know too much. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, it's a learning curve, man. And what does associate degree in HVAC? What does the diploma say? Associate in HVAC? Because I thought only the associate was like associate in arts or associate in science or applied science or something like that. Like, give me 1 second, man. I got. Man, it's a beautiful day, man. Yeah, man. Hey, if they give me some little lunch, yeah, man, I'm gonna enjoy this. Sometimes I hope the phone don't ring. I only rang a couple minutes ago, so I'm gonna see. Let me see what there's somebody. Yes, I got work phone, so I hire a third party to answer all my calls, so I'll be watching for emails. But they know at 2:00, unless it's an emergency, they ain't for to schedule nothing until the next day. That's how I got it set up. Aquatech, hey, I totally agree. Man, what you got on that seat right there, man, on your profile picture? You ain't playing with them. Would you ever want to do industrial HVAC? No, sir. Not at my age, man. Hey, I still feel young, man, but hey, age sneaking up on me too now. When I first started, I wasn't turning none down. But even when I used to work for Waste Service, they got a Waste Service got like 3. I don't know what they got now, but they got a company in Houston. That's the one I work for, which they got a union and like a service division. We wasn't union though. They got one in Austin and they got one in, I think, called LaPorte. But LaPorte is where they got all the plants. They do a lot of industrial work out there. And every now and then, and Wade was training me to be an engineer too. So sometimes I will walk the plants with the engineering because they knew they was helping me pay to go to school. They treated me good, man. Anything that I want, man, they hooked me up. But we would used to go out to the old plants on the industrial, and man, I couldn't do it, man. You talking about hot? Man, that's miserable work to me. I couldn't do it, especially not now. I'll be trying to find somewhere else. In industrial, I'm sure it can mean a lot of things, but here we got a bunch of oil refineries and stuff like that. They had one, man, where they burn a bunch of nah, man. You walking right beside fire and stuff like that. When I say that heat like 300 degrees, it ain't fun at all. Big fact. Even 1,500 a week, you can make that on one job for at least less than 2 hours. Yep. that 320 is just grocery money now. Yeah, man. And the way people complain about grocery money, that's just for one person. If you're single, it ain't for no whole family. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just that 320, you might be at Walmart where the poor folks at. You know what I'm saying? Getting that great value. You know what I'm saying? HVAC elevated me, man. I don't want to be sounding bougie on here, man. I know we got a large audience, man. But no, man, we Whole Foods Central Market. Shout out to HVAC. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pop my collar. Some people think you're bragging and all that. It ain't about all that, man. We just come from a long way, man. We ain't got to do great value no more. I did that already. You know what I'm saying? I did the ramen noodles. We eating good now. What up, Steve? United Tradesman in the house. Hey, shout out to United Tradesman, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel too. Y'all see the YouTube emblem. He made great videos. It's not possible, but it's not easy to build wealth as a W-2 employee without other forms of income. Not saying anything is bad about it, it's just difficult to do. Nah, man, hey, it's almost impossible. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna build wealth as a W-2 employer, you got to make a lot of sacrifices. And when I say sacrifices, because I don't really how you gonna do that. If you investing or the company got some type of 401k that they matching, and you started with that company early, and you've been investing since day one. You know what I'm saying? You have to invest that money. Unless you, and we just speaking on W-2 only. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't too many jobs out there paying more than $100,000. And you can get that in HVAC working for a company. You can get $100,000. But to build wealth, though, you got to be saving probably 60 to 70% of your income. Because what kind of job you going and then the 100,000. I remember when we were coming up, man, we were like, man, hey, trying to get a meal ticket. $1 million was a lot. $1 million, nah, you need 10 million now. $1 million ain't for the last me. $1 million not for the last you as long as it used to. You know what I'm saying? So even there used to be a goal. Oh man, I got a job making 100,000. We used to look at job making 100,000. You probably had to be a doctor or way up there in the in management or something like that. But what you gonna find now paying $100,000, $150,000, $200,000? Because you don't need the W-2. You probably need to make at least $180,000, $200,000 if you're gonna be a wealth. No. Because I did 2 months short of an HVAC associate. It was long ago. I can't remember what I paid. It wasn't all that much though, without aid. So what happened if you go back for them 2 months? You go get an associate. Because somebody please show me that diploma. I want to see what the associate HVAC diploma look like. I really do. I want to see what associate in HVAC, what that look like. You know what I'm saying? Is that because I wonder if I go to Indeed now and look up a HVAC company that's hiring, and I'm gonna see what requirements say you're gonna need associate in HVAC. That's just something I ain't really never heard of. I'm not saying it's out there. I'm sure it is because y'all saying it is, but can you only do HVAC with it, or can you move over to plumbing or any of the other trades, or specific for HVAC? Because to me, I don't want to say it's worthless, but if I had the choice to go 2 years for associate, it's gonna be associate in science. You know what I'm saying? So if all that fails, I guess I can use that for something else if I get hurt, because we know HVAC is a physical sport. And I don't want this diploma and that's all I got to rely on. I just spent 2 years in school for that. So I already go for Associate of Science. And it seems like most HVAC companies would accept that. Associate of Science, I don't know. And then maybe some type of little EPA license or something. I didn't come out of pocket. I received a book scholarship and it wasn't worth it. Anyone can go to trade school and come out not knowing squat. But if they go in and want it, yep, I believe there will be a decent bit ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Because mostly everybody, and I was saying earlier, Aqua, I don't think you was here, Aqua Tech. I was saying, if you got a classroom of 20 people, look around because 18 of them ain't going to be here 3 to 5 years from now. But I know from the environment that I've seen, everybody in that class is going to pass. They don't fail anybody in those classes. How you going to fail? I don't know how you're going to fail and not show up. So everybody's going to get the degree. But to me, those degrees are worthless, though, because ain't no company looking for no associate in HVAC. You know what I'm saying? And I think people find that to where I got my associate in HVAC, but either they don't know how to communicate during the interview process and they give up once because that hiring HVAC company know coming out of school, you ain't really worth nothing. Most people are hiring our personality, man. You know what I'm saying? So I guarantee you, because even I told y'all I went to Gulf Coast Community College on that little project rebuild that they was giving out after Hurricane Katrina. Man, that ain't mean nothing to that supervisor. That was worthless to him. He hired me out personality because I looked that man in his eye and I told him what I was going to do. And I meant that. So even when he hired me, everything that I said in the interview, I meant that. You know what I'm saying? I was loyal to them for 5, 6 years before I moved on. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't turning down nothing because I meant that. So I think that's what most people hire on, though. So be careful with these degrees. Contract HVAC, they can't use a man dude here. Hey, y'all go subscribe to Matt Crab, man. He hilarious too, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't use a crescent wrench though, and made millions by passing the test and using their education skills. Yeah, that's true, man. That's what it's about, though. You know what I'm saying? There's so many avenues to the trades. It's crazy. Yeah, I always caught it. It's like a big old umbrella. Tyrone College South Campus. Only thing you learn is the theory of HVAC. Shaking my head. It didn't make any sense until 2 years of hands-on training. Yeah, I always say that. But and like you say, it didn't make sense until. I always say you need school, man. You need that theory, though. And then, but once you get the hands-on training, it'll make sense. To me, it'll make more sense to somebody that just getting the hands-on training. Because if you didn't get that theory part of it, I don't think you would be as well out as you are now. It clicked. Okay. It all tied together some type of way. I don't have the right words to explain it how I want to, but you kind of need that. The school here was a ton of hands-on. Okay, replacing, repairing shit that was bad at the school, etc. There was book shit, but they had a ton. Hey, architect, I know you be cussing like a sailor, man. If you chopped it up one-on-one, I bet you be cussing like a sailor. Because I always say, whenever somebody typing right cuss words, they be cussing. Ain't no wrong with that. Hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I cuss every now and then myself. I just try to control it a little bit, especially on platforms like this. But older guys that went, with homes and responsibility go in hungry from change from their regular job and come out with big understanding versus someone out of school that really, I don't know, man. Sometimes it be hard to read. Let me see, the Modern Refrigerator Handbook, who is it by and where could I buy? You probably can find it on Amazon. Just type in Modern Refrigeration Handbook, and they make a bunch of different editions. It don't matter which one you get. If you want to get the cheapest one you can, you want to get the newer one you can. I'm sure they got an updated version. They might be on like 24, 25 now, but even you can find an older one. All of it is pretty good, but I'm sure the newer one may have like the A2L refrigerant stuff in there, just newer terms, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they make a bunch of editions. I don't really know the author. I guess I can look it up real quick. But if you look, type in modern refrigeration, see, this is the 20 edition right here. Yeah, matter of fact, it got like the PDF version. Let me share my screen, which I used to have a PDF version, and I was actually giving it away, but that link that I had has expired. So, but this is it right here. Like I say, if I still had the PDF version, I would give it to you, but I don't. But yeah, you can look it up on Amazon right here. This, matter of fact, I gave my guy, I didn't give it to him, I let him use it. He's studying this one right now. This is the 20th edition right here. But yeah, man, it's like the HVAC Bible right there, man. I love that book. So what I would do though, anything that I worked on in the field where they're changing the motor out, I would come home and study that on my own. And then no supervisor, nothing had to tell me. I would come home and look up everything about a motor, whether it's the windings, the amperage, the voltage, the nomenclature, everything that had to do with that book. Matter of fact, I had this one right here at the time, this green one. I had that one right there. So it don't matter what edition you get. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we were talking about this guy here, Craig, and I met Craig too at that last HR event. His book right here, this is a good one right here. So you tried it out. He got a bunch of videos and stuff like that. So go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He talking about a lot of different components. One of my favorite YouTubers who I used to look at Great Furnace Man, especially anything to do with furnaces and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find him. He don't make videos no more like this. He kind of retired. How you spell Great Furnace? It's GRA. Like this another good one, man. Especially anything to do with heating and furnace, man. This a cool dude right here, man. That dude right there, man. I'm talking, he'll break it down. His channel way better than mine. Just far as him just explaining. He got, and like I say, this video 6 years ago. He's really not making a lot of videos like this no more. Matter of fact, let me see. You see, he got 165,000 subscribers, and he not even making videos like talking about it no more. I think last time I seen him, he was making stuff, on Teslas and energy stuff, but I see he doing something with a transformer right here. But that's probably he was working on his own house or something like that. But man, it's a bunch of knowledge out here, man, that you can get. You just gotta want it. Oh, I wasn't even sharing my screen. I'm trying to show you this one right here. Oh. Share screen. Yeah, this guy right here. Great Furnace Man, 165,000 subscribers. He got 1,300 videos, but anything, hey, you can just go back to his playlist or his catalog. I just love how he used to explain things when I was in the field learning. Me personally, I don't, like I said, I don't look at a bunch of YouTube videos anymore. Just far as every now and then, I'm in the field too. If it's something that I can't understand, I'll go Google it. YouTube it. Especially if I need a refresher on something, be like, oh, okay. But far as the technical stuff, I never want to say that I'm through learning, but I'm more on making money on the business side of it. So far as technical stuff, I know enough to get by. You know what I'm saying? There ain't too many units that I can't go on and I just can't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Even the new equipment now, as far as commercial stuff like that go, I am probably losing a little step in commercial, especially with the new equipment, because I'm just not in front of a lot of that equipment no more. But if I had time, I can always break it down and get a manual or get tech support and know what that unit, you know, figure out what's going on with it. Let me see. 100K was the shit back in when he was doing the damn thing. Oh, you gonna have me cussing, man. Let me see. 100K was the shit back then. You was doing your damn thing. All right, let me see. Tech school in 2017 was about 23K for 9 months out here. Not sure what it is now, but close to 30K. So, Matt Craft, can I ask you, is it worth it? What you think? Because I look at it like this, though. If you're going to spend 30K and you kind of like guaranteed in HVAC, you're going to make that money back in no time. It's going to take you probably about 3 or 4 years, and you can pay that 30,000 back, unless you're just being aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? You pay 10K a year or something, got it paid in 3 years. But man, it seems like a lot of money just to get it. 30K, you coming fresh out of school, man. I just don't. And I hate to say it's not worth it, because people have done it. And if they succeed, it's worth it. So you got to do whatever you got to do to get your foot in the door. But I find it hard to believe, though. You got a classroom full of people. And I already told you, that's just the numbers. It's a numbers game. If you got a classroom full of people and they all paying 30K, and you say every 9 months, that's 30,000 times 20 people. That's $600,000. You know what I'm saying? That's $600,000 that they done made. They made $600,000. It's almost remind me of like Angie List. They charging everybody. They got $600,000. It's a numbers game. Only 2 people in them classes still doing HVAC after 3 to 5 years. So even though them people paid 30K, 18 people not doing HVAC. Let me see if I can get that screen back, folks. I don't know, man. Never inquired about it. The only thing I missed was ice machine. I still got a lot of certificates, electrical, and a number of other things in the EPA Universal. So what all did you get? Because a lot of people paying $30,000 for their EPA card, man. My son got the HVAC certificate for the basics and the rest on the job training. He got a good job and knows his stuff. That's what's up. Hey, Alex, you ain't never told me your son was doing HVAC, though. Shout out to him. He doing residential or commercial. Yeah, I never knew that. I have friends that learned HVAC in prison, came out with 250 gate money, and now are sitting high on the hall, and it's all about how bad you want it. Yeah. Kind of like anything in life. Yeah. It's how bad you want it. Because I quit to go back to a job I was laid off with, so I never inquired about ever finishing. It's likely been so long ago, whatever points I had, but I went in for the understanding versus the paper. That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's a good way to go in. You want to know the understanding. You know what I'm saying? But these days, man, like I say, with YouTube and all this AI technology and stuff like this, you can learn this stuff on your own. And I ain't gonna say on your own, but somebody that went to school, paid $30,000 for it, versus somebody that really wanted, doing a lot of research and stuff on their own. I don't know. I remember seeing a video back in the day, you underneath working an air-cooled chiller. Yeah, man, we used to work on a lot of chillers, man, back in the day, man. Yeah, I'm working on a lot of chillers in my day. I used to be a chiller tech, and a lot of people be like, hey, man, I want to be a chiller tech. I ain't like being a chiller tech. It was cool. They pay more, too. But to me, man, they got it easy, man. Just say if you're working on a chiller, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be there all day. Let's say you got like an 06E compressor or 06D or E compressor or something like that, man. You could be up in there all day changing that thing out. You know what I'm saying? Or just troubleshooting the unit, period. Because you got the chiller, then you might have a bunch of air handlers connected to that chiller. I used to like to be at a bunch of different buildings, man. I don't like to be tied down to one area all day long. I got to be out and about. But I run business, different trade, different. But I learned there allowed me to walk into heat pump gas without experience. If you're hungry and want it, you're good. Because I cuss, because I was a seller. That's probably why nobody watched it. I thought that dude hilarious, man. I don't know, but I think, yeah, I was going to say, if you do a lot of cussing, you get a lot of views like that. A lot of older people, though, sometimes they be like, man, I respect your channel, though, because you don't do a lot of cussing. I try not to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, refrigeration technology was another book. Y'all go look up that book right there, Refrigeration and Technology. Because you need the 22nd edition for the test now. So he's speaking on the contractor license test. Now, true enough, I really think you don't have to have the 22nd edition to pass the contractor license test. But you can get any edition. But he's speaking on the contractor license test. So if anybody just want to get more knowledge and not trying to pass no tests or anything like that, the Modern Refrigeration Handbook, I highly recommend it. Because say, how do you buy a car like that? HVAC, HVAC. Them books are nice too, though. The screen on the door, anything that especially if the thing that. I don't invest any of my money unless I know I can 5x it, whether is $100,000 or $100,000. Hey man, you need to start a course then, man. Teach us some of those 5 and 10x investment strategies. Because I can use a 10x right now. I don't know how I'm gonna buy your course though if it's guaranteed. You gotta guarantee me on my money back. I'm just messing with you. Those schools are money grabs. Yeah, man. Let me catch up here, dog. I'm gonna scroll down. Y'all forgive me. I'm gonna skip a lot of these comments. Scroll down here. I'm finna end this in damn 3 hours. I'm gonna end this here in a second. Hopefully, man, I can gain me a couple subscribers, man. They say go live. I'm gonna try to go live more here in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Pop up, connect with the people, man. So y'all, hey, let's chop it up, man. There's a school in Irving, Texas that I heard about called Tech Zone HVAC. So you thinking about getting into HVAC 96 or what? Or you already in it? Or you just sharing the word? I'm gonna look it up. Tech Zone. I think I heard of what you're talking about. I just don't know the name of it. I heard it was some type of school that a company send it's some what companies send I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Companies send they techs there for training. Tech Zone HVAC School. Shout out to Tech Zone HVAC School. Matter of fact, somebody sent me a letter, man, from one of them schools up there in the Dallas area that they wanted me to promote on the channel. And they said if anybody graduated something like that, they can help get jobs. I don't know if I threw that thing away. I be having so many people reaching out. But okay, this Tech Jump, what they saying about tuition here? Paying full $200 deposit to secure your spot. No interest, weekly payments plan. Reach out. They ain't gonna tell you the price. They ain't gonna tell you the price online. We see it like they got an easy application. I don't know, man. Hey, do your research or try to call somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't necessarily. If I was to sign up for one of these schools, man, I would try to find somebody that may have graduated, even if I got to creep up and drive out of school or something like that. You know what I'm saying? To talk to one of the students and see if it's worth it. Because if you talk to one of their sales rep or something, of course they're going to tell you it's the best thing on earth. So I say, thinking about getting into, thanks to me. All right, shout out to me, man. Hey, we're gonna get somebody else an HVAC, but get an HVAC. Don't go to the school, that particular school, because I said it. It depends on, like I said, I don't know your situation, but to me, if anybody thinking about getting into HVAC, and I don't know your current situation, but if you have some time, or if you don't have too much stress that I ain't gonna say need a job, because if you need a job right now, HVAC might not be for you. But if you got some spare time that you can kind of maybe study or do this on the side, and when I say the side, whatever you're currently doing, let's say you're working at I'm just gonna say McDonald's for make it easy, for example. if I was somebody looking for an HVAC job, man, I always say this, I would just get a list of about 30, especially if you're in Texas, because you said about Irving, Texas. But I would get a list of 30 HVAC companies, residential and commercial. Get their name, phone number, email, and address. And I would start putting applications for all of them, especially if they got a website. Matter of fact, let's just go to somebody's website. I'm going to go to Waste Service website. This company I used to work for. I would find all these companies and I would apply for all of them. So I'll keep my current job. This is what I used to work for right here. I would keep my current job. I know both of these guys. That's Dion right there, the black dude. This is Miguel. I didn't know him from the back. Miguel from Dallas too. I wonder where Miguel at now, man. I ain't heard from him in a long time, man. That was a good dude, man. That dude, he showed me a lot of things, folks, man. That guy helped train. Oh shit, y'all can't even see it. Here you go right here. That's Miguel right there on the left, and that's Dion on the right. But Miguel, I trained Dion. I taught Dion a lot, the black guy on the right. But Miguel, man, these guys know I ain't know nothing, man. But this company I started with, and I seen where they had over 100 years of experience, because you can see that's the owner right there. They used to be on. When I seen they had over 100 years, so that's another thing that came. That's another thing that came to me, the reason why I took that $8 an hour job. These folks started me at $8 an hour, but I seen their history and all this stuff that they work on. Like somebody just said something about cooling towers. There go one right there. We used to work on this one there to the right. You know what I'm saying? All these package unit, food, manufacturing facilities, industrial. Man, hey, I say, nah, man, I can get a lot of experience here. So, but I would find companies like this, man, to get their information out and just apply. So let me type in this right here. HVAC companies. I'm just gonna put I was gonna put HVAC company near me, but you could put that in too. HVAC companies, Houston, Texas. Mic check. Am I still here? I done typed something on the wrong address, so hopefully I ain't lose y'all. But yeah, just type in HVAC. Shoot, gotta get used to this keyboard. Company. So whatever state or city you in or whatever, just put HVAC company near me and see all these companies here. All their contact information is right here. Go to their website or whatever and start filling application. Abacus residential, and I would do 20 residential and 20 commercial. All right. And start filling out application with all of them. Let them know. Be upfront with them. No, I don't have any experience. I just want an opportunity. This is what I'm going to do. And like I say, you got to convey it in a way to where they're going to be losing out if they don't hire you. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, if they give you that opportunity, you got to be a man of your word and do what you say you're going to do. Be on time. Stay later. You know? Matter of fact, man, we're gonna look your boy up too, man. Hey, we out here too. We out here too, man. Let me shout them out. Hey, now I'm not hiring right now, so don't fill no application out on mine. But you see, we legit. Washington AC and Heating, AC Repair, Katy, Texas. Proudly serving Katy, Texas. You can click this button, schedule right now. You know what I'm saying? We got our reviews, so hey, But yeah, man, you find companies like this, even hey, if you call my number, we're gonna tell you we ain't hiring, but hey, I get people all the time, are you hiring? So, but just find 20 companies. Fill out application with all of them. All of them gonna tell you no on the first try, but it's how bad you want it. When they tell you no, you starting at 1. When you get down to 20, you starting over again. Same company the following week. Ask them if they hiring. Because somebody could have left. Somebody could have retired. Somebody could have got fired. You call them every week. Start over. 1 through 20. You starting over. 1 through 20. And I would, if I were you, I would do that while you still got your other job. And then as soon as somebody give you opportunity, you got your foot in the door now. Leave that other job behind. You know what I'm saying? Even because HVAC, because look here, because a lot of people, man, just think about money, right? A lot of people, they could be making $9 or $10 at McDonald's. McDonald's probably starting off at about $12 now. They get $12 at McDonald's. And if somebody told them they got a HVAC job, an opportunity, and they're going to pay them $8 an hour to start off at maintenance, a lot of people going to say no. But they don't understand there's a ceiling at McDonald's to a certain extent. But HVAC is a career. There's no ceiling. You can make as much money as you want. Like I say, from $8, you can make millions of dollars. Depending on how much time you put in as a ceiling. So don't think about what you're making now, because you're going to get paid based on your experience and how much you know. Not necessarily time experience. When I say experience, I mean hands-on, what you've been working on, what you fix experience. Not I've been here 5 years. Not I've been here 10 years. That's just time. You know what I'm saying? You can be working on the same split system or changing filter for 10 years. I work with people like this. They everything they did in 10 years. Because be honest with you, if you not, like I was speaking earlier, I love personal development. I try to get better every year. I'm not the same. I'm not going to be the same person as my 2025 is. I'm not the same person I was in 2023. But you have some people like that. They the same person. They do the same thing over and over. What they call that insanity. They do the same thing. They're not better than themselves. The same amount of knowledge they had in 2015 is the same amount of knowledge they had in 2025. They're not growing. They're not trying to, because they used to routines. If they significant other, they supervisor not pushing them to be better, they sure not pushing themselves to be better. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-motivated. I can push myself to want more. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm improving every year. You know what I'm saying? So just because somebody got 10, 15 years experience don't mean that they an experienced tech or they know so much. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them guys, you know what I'm saying? My third or fourth year, I was working circles around some of them guys that been doing it. They're like, man, you know how to change that out? Who told you how to change that sensor out, you know, up under that chiller or something like that? Or, yeah, man. So, hey, this food for thought, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Be better. You know what I'm saying? Because Earl Nightingale said this best. If you don't know Earl Nightingale, you should go listen to some of his auto. But he's saying, but Earl Nightingale was saying, really, the world is slowing down. It's like some vessels out there. When I say vessels, I mean ships. The biggest and brightest ship are slowed down, but for the other vessels to catch up with. That's just like this economy. This world is slowed down for the average person can make a living here. You know what I'm saying? With no problem. You don't even know, you don't have to have no bunch of degrees or a bunch of education for you to get by. And that's really in HVAC. HVAC, you cannot improve yourself, and still, once you get in the industry, it's slowed down. They're going to keep you aboard because you know just enough to get by, but you're not getting better. You
You know what I'm saying? This world is not leaving you behind. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, you can go out here and work at McDonald's and get by. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a better you if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be better than most people, you know what I'm saying? You want to be, because most people is average. If you want to be better than the average, you know what I'm saying? You got to work on yourself. Like I said, you got to work on yourself. You know, because ain't nobody going to work on you for you. You got to work on yourself. Place called Career Courses did the same thing to push their online school for kickbacks. Career Courses. Oh yeah, Career Course. How do you feel about HVAC data center tech calls of HVAC? How do you feel about HVAC data center tech calls HVAC? I don't know if I understand that question right there. But I think I was speaking on data centers earlier as far as we're going to need HVAC. Because we're going to always have jobs because all the AI data centers, it use a bunch of energy and stuff like that. So you need HVAC and electrical to cool that place down. So we're going to always be in demand. Cuz say PHA has pre-apprenticeship course $29, but you must be sponsored by employer to go. Done at home or in person. I don't know. $29 though. Hey, I will say you get what you pay for. A majority of these brick and mortar schools use distant learning now anyways. Less than half is in the classroom. Yeah, if anything distant learning as far as HVAC, I'm like, man, I learned on my own. But some people is not disciplined enough, so they need a curriculum or something, or it's almost like physical training or something like that. Me, I get on that floor right now. I grab them dumbbells right now. I do some calisthenics right now. And I don't need nobody to push me to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? But some people need a physical trainer to put them through what's it called. I'm like, man, y'all paying all this money for a physical trainer? You just get on the floor right here, start doing your push-ups, and start walking, start running. But some people need that extra push, you know, a company or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To put them on the guideline. Like I said, you got ChatGPT right now to give you a workout plan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I can get ChatGPT to write me out a curriculum, you know, to get somebody through HVAC. So yeah, anything hollering about hands-on training, that'd be a red flag for me. I would, like I say, unless you, because some of these courses though, like I can make me a course to where I'm at just far as I was HVAC technician, small business owner. I can create me a course right now to help people get through that. I know people probably pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this stuff, it does take research. You know what I'm saying? You got to find the answer. And I guess you can make a course to, you don't have to, it take the headache away and bam, I'm going to give you everything right here in this file. You just follow this step by step instead of you going out and getting all the information. How do you feel about HVAC data center because of the AI boom? I don't know. That's kind of outside my expertise. I still really don't understand exactly what you're saying. I'm assuming you're talking about the AI data centers, but I don't really know too much about an HVAC data center. Now, I used to work at a data center when I worked for Hunt Train. I think that data center kept a bunch of AI, FBI files and local government files and stuff like that, and they keep them on the disk. And I hated going to that place. It was hot, very highly secure too. I took the test with a lot of guys that been in the field for over 15 years,
for years, over 15 people, and only 2 of us passed the test for the license on the first time. The test is easy if you put the study time in. Yep. Congratulations to you though for passing. I need to take the test. What test? What do you think about somebody flying out to learn from you? Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the means. Like I say, I get this all the time. I don't have the means. You know what I'm saying? I'm at home right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out in the field and then just random people coming to my customer sites and stuff like that. Nah. But nah, I don't allow anybody to come fly out. Like I said, all the training that I'm getting, I guess is on this YouTube right here. Like I said, I'm not a large company. I'm just a one-man show pretty much. How do you get it to Will you say EPA certification university test is different? Man, it's the easiest test you'll ever take in your life. You know what I'm saying? You can study it on your own. So go to your local supplier. What 96, I think you say you're in the urban area. So go to Johnstone Supply or maybe like a Century Supply. I know for sure Century do it. Johnstone should do it too. When I say Johnstone, ask them when they taking their EPA test. But they got a little booklet, man. The booklet ain't nothing about $50. At Johnstone Supply. Ask them. I know Century do it for sure. This Johnstone Supply is spelled like that. Johnstone and then Supply. Ask them about their EPA booklet. You probably can find a booklet online, man, but it's the easiest test ever. You actually take 3 tests, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to take type 1, type 2, and type 3. Once you pass all 3, that means you have your universal. It's not a 4th test. It's just 3 tests that you have to pass. Would you say commercial jobs are more dangerous for technicians to start at first? No, all of them equally dangerous. Residential just as dangerous as commercial, commercial just as dangerous as industrial, and vice versa. All of them dangerous. That's why it's very important to get some type of training, and that really probably need to be the first thing you train about safety. You know what I'm saying? And when I say dangerous, I'm not just talking about electrical, because 120 or 240 can hurt you just like 460 volts. And industrial, it's climbing, but you don't want to get hit by none of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important to know your meter. You know what I'm saying? You can't see electricity. If I turn that disconnect off, you don't know if that unit on or off. That's why you got to trust your meter. Get to know your meter. Your meter need to be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? But all of it dangerous. You can get killed with either one of them. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling my guy, with some electricity, it's going to stick. You're going to stick, and you can't get off of it. It's going to draw you to it. Some of you touch it, it might knock you back. But you don't want to get that, some of the electricity, it'll grab you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you want to get to know that meter, though. Plus, grab them 20, get 5, 7. I'm good on that. I worked out this morning, though. All right, HVAC people, man. I'm finna get ready to wrap this one up. I'm gonna say, because I got the EPA 1 and 3, missed the universal by 1 course, never went back. And all you got to do, so if you got 1 and 3, all you got to do is go back and take the other one if you wanted to, and then you'll have your universal. All right, HVAC people, man, I'm finna go in here and grub, man. Enjoy y'all. Like I said, I just testing this out. I want to try to pop up on here a little bit more as far as going live and touch bases with y'all. But other than that, man, y'all stay safe out there. We out.